Welcome to the club.
My club are mental, aren't they?
21 is coming. You're chatting gas.
Embarrassing.
Half ref.
Most toxic fan base in the world are Arsenal.
Liverpool, the worst champions ever. Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the club. We are live, coming to you from Monte Carlo. I'm here with Buvey. I'm here with Rory. And this is the North London Derby, one of the biggest games, especially for neutrals, of the season's calendar.
Huge.
And this time, it's a little bit bigger because Arsenal's title hopes are on the line. Remember, we're brought to you by the wonderful people at Super 6, and we'll be speaking about Super 6 a little bit later. But I've got two nervous guys to my left for different reasons. One of them in the middle don't want Arsenal to win the league. And the one on the end, he doesn't want them to win the league either. Is this the anti-Arsenal show?
I'm pro Spurs, man. When the Spurs go marching in and all that, that's what I'll be singing today for the whole stream. That's a huge game, obviously, and I think it's a massive game for Arsenal. I know we talk about the record in the North London Derby. It's a hard place to go for Arsenal traditionally. They won here last year, and if you can't beat these lot, they just conceded, got smashed by Newcastle last week. If they can't beat these lot, they don't deserve to, be in the discussion to win the Premier League title.
Although, look, I don't want to necessarily fight as corner for Tottenham, but you wouldn't necessarily say that at the beginning of the season, would you? Tottenham is a tough game. It's an especially tough game for Arsenal. They need to get the result now, but it isn't that, is it? It's not like a fixture. You say that about Burnley. You go, if you can't beat Burnley, then you don't deserve to win the title.
Big game, but
if you can't beat Tottenham,
but
you
City,
could deserve
City
to
beat
win
Man
the
United to win the league title for our first time in the Premier League era. Like, sometimes you have to get over these little hurdles, and they've already done it last year. They've proven they can beat Spurs, put a lot of pressure on them. Partey ran the midfield in that game last year. So I was just saying that this isn't the best Spurs side we're ever going to see. They've got lots of gaps defensively. And Arsenal's away form in the league this season has been incredible.
When you watch Spurs against Arsenal, I always just feel like Arsenal are going to do it because of history and stuff like that, the whole Spursy thing. But do you think there's a little bit something else on it today for Spurs? Do you think they'll really want to stop Arsenal? And what would the atmosphere be like
This is more important to Tottenham than it is to Arsenal in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like, this is more important to Tottenham because Tottenham have the opportunity here to stop Arsenal winning the league. Arsenal haven't won the league for 2 decades. Tottenham will delight in that fact. And Tottenham now have the luxury, and it should be seen as a privilege, just like it was for Chelsea a few days ago. You have the luxury to try and stop one of your rivals winning the league, making history. So Tottenham really do need to make the most of the opportunity. They've been presented with a gift, and it's up to them to take it. And I don't like this at all, but I weirdly have to support Tottenham today. I've never done it before. I don't think I've ever said those words before. But I really desperately need to see Tottenham win this game. And Tottenham fans will feel exactly like me, but a little bit more.
Talk about desperate. Louis is a bit desperate at the moment with his super chat. Louis says, I hope big-shaped Buvey is on the live today.
We've already read that out
Good
before
news.
we went live, so you already knew what was coming.
But you got to
so
read it.
don't act like you were surprised.
Super chat on the show.
Yeah, don't
Why are you
pretend.
getting angry, man?
No, I'm not getting angry.
are
Don't
getting
pretend like
angry.
you weren't surprised about reading that super chat.
No, but it's super chat.
You should have said, I've already read it out to Buvey. I'm going to read it out again.
Well,
I've got nothing interesting to say. You should have just said that.
But they don't do that on the news, do they? Oh, we practiced this earlier, but I'm going to tell you it now again. Do they?
No, shout out to the guy for sending in the money. Thanks very much.
Big shape. Don't get
Big
upset.
shape.
But
What's
big
wrong
shape's
with being
quite
big shape?
could be positive.
I don't know what's big shapes. What does that mean?
It means
Me.
Big thighs.
boned.
Big thighs. Yeah.
Big head.
Thunder thighs. Big head. Yeah.
There we go. It's it is a massive game. I am looking forward to it, but I'm sort of dreading it as well. I really am, because I hope Tottenham turn up. I hope Postecoglou amends his system. I hope Postecoglou demonstrates an element of pragmatism. But if we listen to him, if we believe him, which I know a lot of what he says will be performative in order to keep his cards close to his chest, but let's pretend that he's told us the truth this week. I think they're going to get beat 5-0. I really do, because that's what he's told us. He said, we don't change our game for anyone, mate. We play our system.
Yeah.
We play our system. We play our way. We do it our way. And we are true to our principle, regardless of the opposition. I think if Tottenham go into this game and aren't pragmatic, don't amend their system, don't try to stop Arsenal and prioritise stopping Arsenal, which is what Chelsea didn't do. Like that idiot Pochettino, I swear he's the only person in the world who doesn't know if you give Arsenal room in behind, they'll score goals. If you give Martin Odegaard time and space, he will be one of the most creative footballers in the league. So I hope that Postecoglou will have learned from that. But from everything he said this
That's
week,
crazy.
he certainly hasn't.
I don't think he knows how to set up a side defensively, despite having the two arguably best fullbacks in the league on form in Udogie. He's not fit for this game, but Porro as well. Mickey van der Ven's been absolutely incredible. Basuma in front of them as well, Sarr. But he can't set them up defensively.
Are we criticising someone for having a belief and sticking to it?
Yes, I am.
Because a lot of fans...
No, I am.
A lot of fans
last
Yes,
week.
I am absolutely.
I'll be honest. I've kind of checked
goals
that
last
out.
week.
No, Adam, I am 100%. I am 100% being incredibly snide about someone having massive football principles as a manager and sticking to them. It's idiotic. It's
Kind of
foolish.
like Brighton against City, innit? They kept trying to play out from the back.
It's
and
like,
they kept trying to play out from the back.
mate, just because it's Postecoglou, people seem to be being quite nice about it. When it was Marcelo Bielsa, look, a lot of people were kind about that as well, but a lot of people, certainly us, we said, what are you doing?
You
They
relegated
went
them.
away to Manchester United. Massive game for them, like huge rival. War of the Roses stuff, innit? Lancashire, Yorkshire and all that. It really matters. They conceded 6 and everyone told him he did well. Like, wait, what are you on about? Paul Pogba scored like 4 or something, didn't he? Do you remember Pogba had a game of his life for Man United? And you're like, your team got battered, and everybody talking about the game goes, didn't Bielsa do well? I swear, you would read the article after, right? If I gave you the article, Manchester United 6, Leeds United 2. You read the article, but I didn't tell you the scoreline. Go, who won that game? You go, well, it's got to be Leeds, isn't it? They're saying how well they've done. Stop giving people credit for doing stupid things in management.
Yeah.
Did you see the goals last week? How Route 1 they were. Newcastle just pumping over the top, and it was embarrassing defending. Mickey van der Ven was doing somersaults and all
spinning
that.
on his head.
But it's not like Newcastle completely
Isak,
outplayed
though,
these guys. Yeah, but the route into Isak was a ball over the top.
It was easy.
It was just floated over.
Yeah, it was easy. But look, they just have to win this game. And Tottenham fans are going to be so desperate. Tottenham fans here, any Tottenham fans, do me a favour. If I offer you, this is so in keeping with the tradition of football that I am so into, like the pettiness, the rivalry, the tribalism. Tottenham fans, I offer you 3 points today, but you miss out on top 4, or I offer you 0 points today. Arsenal beat you, but you make top 4. What do you choose?
Yeah. Whilst you guys are answering that in the comments, we've got a few things we need to read out. We've got some super chats, which we've got to read out. But before we get to them, we have one person left in Super 6.
Ooh la la.
To win £250,000. They need...
Wow.
2-0 to the Arsenal.
I can't support you. I really want to support you. Whoever you are who's done this, I desperately want luck to befall you, but I can't want it to befall you in this circumstance.
3-1 City against Forest later on.
He's still got
That's
that
a good
one.
scoreline.
So there's 2 scores they need.
I think
but
they'll score.
It's not impossible. As
No,
a
I
certain
think
man
it's
from
they're
Stoke
good.
says.
They're
What was
good-
their Arsenal
they're
score?
good
Sorry?
choices.
What was their
2-0 to the Arsenal.
I think.
Why am I saying the
They could be in
Arsenal?
for
What
some
is wrong
big
with
money.
You've got to stop doing that.
I've got
They're
to stop
winding me
doing
up for
Yeah,
that.
you
kind of
love
crap.
Arsenal.
They do that.
You're
I don't love
you're a big
Arsenal,
lover,
I hate
Arsenal lover,
you.
man.
They are all that. The Arsenal. Yeah, they
You
drive
love
me mad.
Arsenal, man.
And they're really about at the moment, aren't they? They're really
All
believing
over
in
social media, aren't they? Social media FC.
over my life.
Twitter FC at Arsenal, honest to God.
Yeah.
You
Do you
were
think they win
what-
this?
Yeah.
What were you called earlier? Big
Bad Buvey.
baddie.
Big bad
Buvey.
No,
Buvey.
big
Um,
big shaped Buvey.
Big shaped Buvey. We've got another big shaped man that has messaged us. He's called Biggin. He says, "Hi guys, this is what he says,
Biggin.
not me. I'm an overweight 16-year-old Mackey's worker. Got back from a 2.5 mile run non-stop. Well done, mate.
Good for you, man.
Go on. So now I get to watch your stream. Got any
you gonna say
tips? He's a big fan
Of what?
You.
of us, you dick.
Tips about what?
Get him fit.
Fucking speak clearly, man. I can't hear you
Get
in
fit.
here.
Get him fit.
Don't look at me. Rory's the supreme
did a
guy.
marathon.
He did a sub 4 marathon.
Mate, you're doing really well. Keep going the way that you're going.
Yeah, man.
Well played.
Keep doing it, yeah. Paul Markey says, Rory supporting Spurs is the kiss of death.
I mean, it feels
is
awful.
an
I don't
issue,
really
yeah.
know who I am anymore. I really don't. Like to actually want Tottenham Hotspur to win again. I don't think this has ever happened in my whole life. I don't think it's ever been a previous experience where I've actually needed Tottenham to win. But this is it.
Maybe
and I
last
really
season?
hope they last season. I mean,
Because Arsenal were kind of on foot last season, weren't
not when they played them.
they? Okay.
By the time that fixture had happened, I remember thinking it was basically done. It came later, didn't it, for Arsenal? Look, Tottenham just need to take this opportunity. Do you know what would be so Tottenham as well? It would be so in keeping with Tottenham traditions to lose to Arsenal and beat Man City. They will gift.
Yeah.
Tottenham Hotspur will gift Arsenal their first league for
If
20
you believe
years.
in the history of football, there's a result there somewhere. Either it's against Man City, we can debate that later, obviously on the club in the next few weeks, but Man City have never won in the league at the new stadium. That's history. So it's either this game or they're going to influence one of the games, surely.
Or they could just get beaten both and do what they.
and on paper they should, but history matters in football. It does matter.
What would you want if you were in this exact situation? Would you want to? So you give your team, you give your biggest rival, whatever club it is that really winds you up, whoever gets you the most, you give them potentially the league, but you get fourth. Or would you rather sacrifice fourth and stop them?
I'd sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was Liverpool and United,
sacrifice
I'd
fourth.
sacrifice Champions League
100%.
to see
To
them.
stop them not winning the league.
100%.
Yeah, because
I
their
mean-
prize is so big and your prize is.
We don't have to sacrifice anything to see them not win the league because it's all falling apart at Liverpool, isn't it? What you make of their the new fella they're getting? What's his name?
On
What's his name? What's
Arne
the guy's name?
Slot.
Arne Slot. What do you make of him? We got a super chat from LFC Rants. Your thoughts?
There's two ways of looking at it. I think you could argue if you're a Liverpool, someone that looks at the club neutrally, the size of Liverpool, they deserve a huge manager of massive esteem. And then you can look at the other sort of angle and say that the job market for managers at the moment is very, very limited. Who's actually available? Who's up and coming that's exciting? We said a few months ago, or at the start of the season, Pochettino's that kind of character. But then after that, who is actually available? De Zerbi getting smashed week in, week out. There's not many out there. He's a champion in Holland. He's taken them to European finals. I know it's not the same scale as the Premier League, but who else is there?
There's another huge problem as well, I think. There's another huge problem when you're searching for managers. There are so many clubs at the moment all seem to be vying for a new manager. Like at various points over the last 6 weeks, Barcelona have been looking. Bayern Munich have been looking. Obviously, Liverpool have been looking. There's talk that Manchester United will be looking. There's been a chance that Chelsea are going to be looking. There's been so many available, massive jobs available. AC Milan, I believe, is available. Like, you've got to make your move. You've got to make the statement. You've got to get out there because if you sleep on it, Slot. Imagine if this had happened. Imagine if Liverpool were warming up to Slot. Slot ends up being announced by Chelsea.
Well, we've seen Ruben Amorim try and force Liverpool's hands, didn't he, by going for that interview with
West Ham, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
and then
West
he
Ham.
apologised to sporting fans about it, which was really
crazy.
weird.
Because I think now he's realised that
He's not
he
getting it.
might get none.
Yeah.
Like Liverpool have moved in a different direction. And do you know what? With regarding look, I will be totally frank with you. I haven't watched one Sporting Lisbon game since they last played Chelsea. Like I don't know.
No, you watched the one against Arsenal last season.
Oh yeah, I watched. Okay, so I've watched one.
was a
I've
good
watched
one.
one in the last decade. So I'm actually an expert. But look, I don't watch the Portuguese league ever, literally ever. So I don't know. But what I would say is, when you get managers from the Portuguese league over the years, there's two ways of looking at this. I think at one point you would want them to come with huge pedigree, the way that Jose Mourinho arrived, the way that Andre Villas-Boas arrived. They arrived with European pedigree. The reason why maybe that isn't so relevant and being successful domestically, maybe in Portugal, maybe in Holland, is because it is getting harder and harder for the likes of Sporting Lisbon or Porto or whoever to win a European Cup. It's like the gap is becoming so big. Like 15 years ago, it wouldn't have been wild to say Ajax win the European Cup.
Valencia,
yeah, they're so far
You always had
away
a dark horse making a deep run.
They're so far away from it now. Like it's
that's true. It's a good point.
And therefore maybe you don't need it.
What do you think about
more of a
Slot
gamble,
in
you're saying, I
particular?
guess.
Do you think it's a big gamble? I saw you did a video this week saying that you.
I did a video
impressed
on
with the
him.
choice.
I did a video on him because there are certain things that I think are very likely to succeed. One of them is the club that he's going into is ready. I think the FSG, since Klopp's come in, virtually every decision they've made has been right. They've basically got everything right from top down. Klopp is leaving a club with a tradition of winning, with some excellent players there. He's also got a very young crop of players. And if you look at what Slot's done in the Dutch league, it is impressive. Like, he's taken Feyenoord to a league title. They've also won a cup. Feyenoord have only won 2 league titles this entire century. He's won one of them. So that's a statement. He also, do you know where he really... People should... I don't know if people will remember this, but do you remember during when everything went wrong, the pandemic and that? Everyone was watching football from everywhere. That AZ team that everyone was banging on about that should have won the league and were possibly going to win the league. But do you remember the Eredivisie just basically went, no, we're not doing it this year. That was his team.
Was it? Yeah.
That was his team. That was Slot's team.
Yeah.
So I do think there's a lot of reason for Liverpool fans to be to be optimistic about.
It was interesting that the reason they went for him more than Amorim was reported that Amorim wanted more control, more say over transfers and things like that, and whereas he's someone that will just fit in to the current structure.
Develop the academy is a big thing as well.
Things like that.
And
it's a massive, massive risk
as well. Style of football, like he is
because he
so
hasn't
attacking.
got I think like if Xabi Alonso went in there, he's already got the fans backing in it. So a few bad results and he can get through them. It'd be interesting to see what would happen if they went for a bad
do you know what,
time with him.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know this for a fact, but my understanding, obviously Liverpool fans will know this far more than I do, but I think Liverpool, as a club, I think the COP in general, is quite supportive anyway. Like, certain clubs, you go in there and you few bad results and the fans are on you. Like West Ham United, maybe. The fans are on you. Fans are planting. They've got the corner flag. That tradition they do when the fans have had enough that's been going for I don't know, 50, 60 years. It happened to Moyes. There's this thing that happened 50, 60 years ago. A geezer ran on the pitch when it was all going so wrong at West Ham. Someone plants a corner flag in the centre circle, makes a statement. They'll do that to Amorim after 6 games if they ain't won. Do you know what I mean? Like, their fans are very much tetchy. I don't think Chelsea fans are particularly patient.
No, but I do think Liverpool fans have a sense that if you don't fit in there, they'll go for it.
But
remember Roy Hodgson, like, after a few bad results.
Yeah, but I think Roy Hodgson's not a Liverpool fan.
Exactly.
Arne Slot's come out. He's come out and said that he watched Liverpool in the 80s, and he's obviously a foreign person compared to being from England, but he's a fan of Liverpool. Also, and it influences managerial style.
Yeah, it's definitely a lie, but he's at least been kind enough to say it. Like he's ingratiating himself.
Before he got announced, he could have been saying, "I like Man United in the 70s."
No, but do you remember? Who was it? Craig Bellamy? Who was it? Who everywhere he got announced, it was like the Dreams Club.
It was Robbie Keane.
Robbie Keane.
Celtic.
Every single club that Robbie Keane made for loads of clubs.
Yeah, Coventry and Inter Milan.
He's like Coventry. He's like, when I was a young boy, Steve Grizovic was my favourite. Like, honestly, he literally every club.
Doesn't strike me like that. I mean, Arne Slot seems like a pretty decent guy like that. And
I think you're probably right, but I imagine that he supported Hercules.
Yeah,
I don't think it goes well, personally.
Any particular reason?
I think I think he's a good coach, but when you look at what he's done at Feyenoord, you could argue that a big part of that is Ajax being horrendous. Like them winning the league for the second time, whatever. Ajax have been pretty bad, so they've not had much competition in terms of that. But also, it's just if he doesn't get it right within the first 2 months, I can see it being difficult for him there.
I think it's FSG's fault. You look at the chart since Klopp's come in. They've spent less net than West Ham United, for example. Forest have come in and instantly outcompeted Liverpool in certain summer transfer windows as well. So FSG have to go out and give this guy what he needs. They still need a striker. They still need a midfielder. They need
some of it.
Now they need to spend. But I don't know if it's necessarily for FSG haven't been spending when they should have been. They haven't needed to spend. Generally, when you spend massive money, when you spend massive money, it will probably be on the forward line. Unless you're Chelsea, it will probably be on the forward line. Liverpool haven't really needed to spend massive money on the forward line because for 5 years they had the best forward line, arguably in Europe, and one that they were certainly happy with. And since then, although it hasn't worked, in my opinion at least, they did spend big on Darwin Núñez. They did try.
They did,
I just think that Darwin Núñez has been... If Darwin Núñez had been the player that some people still believe him to be, their situation...
But throughout the squad, the total spend is not comparable to City, Arsenal, Man United and Chelsea, and Liverpool are a bigger club than all of those clubs except Man United. So, they deserve... But I think if I'm a Liverpool fan, you can say it's a little bit cheap. FSG have been a little bit on the cheaper side. I think you'll look back at Klopp's tenure and think it was close to Sir Alex Ferguson in his final 10 years where he was having to make little cheap moves and try and get and cover the gaps.
Can I just address some of the comments? MC says setup looks cheap, and Loudmouth Football says they're sitting in an Indian wedding hall in Southall. Does look like that, doesn't it? We're actually in Monte Carlo, so very close to Southall, but not quite. And we're here because we're away at the moment. So we will be back in the new studio, in the old studio very, very soon, and cannot wait to be back there. But still the same old show. Still Buvey gassing it up, talking rubbish all day.
I've been talking
Rory
so
whinging
far
about Arsenal winning. That's what's going to happen, isn't it?
This was a huge game last season. We did a club stream straight after, and we dropped points to Nottingham Forest.
Oh yeah.
And I was distraught. And I was cycling up to the studio. Yeah, I was cycling up to the studio. I looked into Jack's eyes, our producer, Man City fan. I was nearly in tears. I thought it was over. Haaland missed a sitter. Absolutely ridiculous.
That was off the back of what?
Off the back of...
What did you say? What, we did that abroad, did we?
No. I mean, I cycled up. I watched this game, and then we did another game that was in the afternoon of this. But midday on Sunday, I think it was, we dropped points.
Right.
And that Chris Wood, he turned into prime Adriano. The idiot. He nearly cost us everything. So they could put in a performance today. I maintain the Forest ground is not an easy place.
You know what's funny? You were getting ripped
correct.
for saying that last year, and then when I dropped points, they remember that he was like Forest difficult.
Well, you ripped me about it, and then I just contend why you ripped me about it because I think Forest is a very hard place to go.
No, I'm saying you were right.
No, Forest,
No, but you said something
No,
like,
but
it isn't
two
I was
hard.
saying
No,
I
but
ripped
two
you
things
about
can
it last
go-
year, and then
right.
you were right.
Someone on the club was saying maybe it's Miles. Then someone was saying, it's not that hard.
two things can coexist though. It's an intense ground, good atmosphere, good fans who have been starved of Premier League fixtures. So welcoming the champions is something they haven't done a lot. So it's going to be intense. But you should batter them.
Oh yeah, of course
The
we
two
should.
things can
Of course we
coexist.
should.
Hard, but you should win.
Yeah, this is the easiest run. This is the easiest game either Arsenal or Man City have now from now to the end of the season in terms of league position.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
did
yeah.
we kind of moved off the Liverpool topic, but I do want to go back to it because it's quite funny seeing what's going on at the moment. What did you make of Salah and Klopp on the sidelines?
I think it's quite bad, you know.
From who?
I'm not pinpointing blame on either of them. I just
'Cause you're
think
not privy to what
because
they're
I don't know. I'm just saying that I don't see how it recovers. I feel like it's the fact that it's boiled over. You know, look, we know Klopp's leaving, so it's not going to be a long-term problem. But if Klopp was staying, I'd be saying this is probably over.
What do you think it was as a football fan, just looking at it neutrally? Take away the narrative around Klopp. Just as a football fan, you've seen a football player and his manager clash. What was it about? Do you think?
It
He wanted
seemed to
to
me like because Klopp seemed to go up to him, didn't he, first,
Yeah.
and seemed to say something.
Sort of says,
Now that could have been like at least look like you want to go on.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
something
what I
along
thought.
the-
That's what I
Do you
thought.
want to go like?
yeah. Hurry up, sort of
And
thing.
then Salah seemed to chime back, maybe like, well, I should have been starting.
Yeah.
I'm guessing here, but it kind of looked like one of those conversations. Then it's carried on a little bit. Darwin Núñez gets in the middle, but it's not to defend Klopp. It's not the first time we've seen him do this with players that he's been fine with in there. Mane was
Mane
a
was a good example. Yeah.
There's been a few other players
It's
where he's
never-
kind of had a Henderson. I think he had a little bit
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
pitch with him, but with Salah potentially leaving at the end of the year, Klopp leaving, everything falling apart. Do you think Klopp was right to drop Salah?
No.
But that shouldn't mean
No.
you act like that, right?
Look, those arguments, people will often say, it's fine, you're demonstrating passion, it's all right. Like, the way that I approach it when it's a Chelsea problem, like, I hated the fight that Chelsea players had over that penalty. Like, I do think it belies issues in the squad. I think what you see in those moments is that there are issues going on in the squad at training that then materialise on the weekend. So I do think that Mohamed Salah should be playing, and particularly with Klopp leaving. I know everybody's now saying that Salah's going to leave, and I think Liverpool fans, even some that I've seen talking online, seem fairly happy with the idea of him leaving. I think they need him now more than ever. You know, the continuity, like Salah's.
I agree.
Salah is is this fair to say? Salah is the most guaranteed goal scorer in the Premier League apart from Erling Haaland.
Yeah, and I also think if you look at Liverpool's squad, take Jurgen Klopp out of that situation, and a lot of these players are going to start to look funny in the light.
You're going
to be looking at them like this is a dodgy no.
You know when you look at them, when you look at the goal scoring chart now, the top goal scoring chart. You know, next season, it's fair to say that if Salah stays in the league and Haaland stay in the league, you can say they will be in the top 3 goal scorers in the league next season if they stay. All of the others that are currently there, your Dom Solankis, your Cole Palmers, your Ollie Watkins, they could easily end the season with 9. Easily, right? The 2 that won't end the season with 9 next season, guaranteed, is Erling Haaland and Mohamed Salah. I don't think that's
Salah for Slot, whoever the new manager is going to be. He could be the. If
need-
they
that's
have
what I
a
was about
bad
to say.
start,
They
they could be
need those-
6th, but Salah could make it 4th, and all of a sudden it doesn't.
Are you not
You know
concerned
those
about his
20
form?
goals?
His form looks. He looks
But
like
even
he's lost a yard.
even bad form, he's still on what, 17 goals, 16 goals?
Yeah, there was a period halfway through the season, but he's come back from an injury and he played against Brentford. And they rushed him back against Brentford, obviously the AFCON as well. But you look at his age profile, you think, can he bounce back in the same
mate,
way?
It looks like he's destined for
He's
Saudi.
32.
I
doesn't it?
totally think
looks
he's
like
done.
he's
If
definitely-
I-
Mentality is a big thing to debate as well. Has he got the
Yeah.
mentality to be scoring 30 goals in the league?
If I was a
every season?
Liverpool fan, I would be saying, right, Klopp's leaving. The era that they've enjoyed so much, the Mane era, the Henderson era, I don't know if they'd say that, but those players, what they represent rather than, the Firmino, it's coming to an end. Klopp's going. Keep Salah now, 1 more year. Firstly, it's a continuity, right? Then, if my prediction is correct, and I think it's about as safe a prediction as you can make, Salah scores somewhere between 18 and 25 Premier League goals next season.
Yeah.
You are absolutely right. That's the difference between finishing in the Champions League spots and not.
Yeah.
Or the difference between winning the
possibly
league.
him keeping his job and not.
Exactly. Just keep Salah now.
But I don't think he stays. I think he's destined for Saudi. Adil Saad says, Rory, your Chelsea is embarrassing. You did a super chat. Say that. I mean, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Could have won
It's
yesterday.
money well spent. I mean, we'll talk about
AMC
that.
says, as a Liverpool fan who loves both Salah and Klopp, Mo has really let himself down by acting that way to the man who's given him everything. Could you argue
the
Salah's
other
also
way as
given
well.
him everything
Yeah.
as well? And maybe he was a little bit disappointed to not be involved when the title was on the line.
You never
Maybe.
disrespect the manager on the pitch. I don't care who you, I don't care who
But
you are.
these are two
I don't care
grown men
you
who are winners, though.
No, but
and if
there's
so,
a
if
hierarchy.
Klopp's
There's
gone
a
up to him and
hierarchy.
gone, look like you want to come on, mate. He's gonna go, hold on a
Yeah.
fucking like.
No,
He's
but
gonna have a
Salah
little
should
bit
not,
of a.
Salah should not do that. He should not. He's representing Liverpool, and there's a hierarchy in football. And maybe it's traditionalist for me to say that we're in a modern era where
Well, I
footballers
agree
can
with
have
you, but
these
you've
player
also
power. No, he should never kick off
So
back
wait,
to the
what-
manager.
there's also
ever.
emotion.
What should
bro.
he? No, but what should he didn't do
What
anything
Klopp's done is not out
spectacularly
of
bad.
line.
He
What
didn't,
Klopp's
he
done
didn't
is
hit
sort of
him.
say, "Come on up."
Yeah,
you know,
Klopp's done that.
Bit more intense about it.
Right.
Salah's gone back at a live stadium where people are filming him representing Liverpool. It's not on the training ground. That's a
They're
different
both
debate.
passionate people who are angry.
No, but
or
even
emotional
away
or
from the
whatever.
passion, I don't think Salah did anything particularly. If Salah had
It-
got him
it was
round the throat,
distasteful,
I'd
wasn't
say.
it? Yeah,
If Salah
yeah.
had done that, I'd say
I
you're
don't
right.
think it's that big a thing in terms of.
But also, even when he was leaving, he basically went, "I'm not talking about this because there'll be fireworks or something," didn't
Yeah, I like that.
he? And he
He said it
again,
with a smile.
he chose to not speak.
But no. But he spoke.
He made a
saying that
yeah, he made a
is
comment.
speaking, bruv. Saying
It's
if I
not
talk
speaking.
now,
Yeah.
it's gonna be fireworks.
Yeah.
That's basically saying, yo, it's a big problem. That's like Mourinho saying, if I speak,
We can say
I'll be in big trouble.
we can definitely debate the footballing merits of not starting Salah, and I think he should have been starting the game. And I agree with Rory. But you don't. If Klopp says you're not playing from now to the end of the season, you're not. That's the rule of law.
Ian H says, hope all is well, gents. Here's hoping for the Gooners to bottle it for the third year. Third?
Second year, well, they
Third,
bottled
they
something the year
they
before.
bottled top four,
Fourth.
didn't they? They played
Yeah.
Tottenham and they got beat by Conte.
As much as we talk about
Remember?
standards with United, Danny, this is Danny Youssef, by the way. It's definitely not my words. Liverpool is a bigger club in Europe. We
Than
should
who?
hold them to the same standards. They have the players, the manager, money, no excuses.
We're underway.
We're underway in the
Come on,
North
you
London
Lily
derby.
Whites.
Very direct.
I can't read. Yeah.
Salah
Send me that
said,
in my phone.
Salah said that in the mix zone after leaving, Klopp said it was settled before that in post-match. So Salah sort of reopened
fair enough,
it.
fair
okay,
enough.
that is interesting.
Fair enough.
So Klopp has said it's over, and Salah walks through the mix zone and goes, "If I speak now, you're going to know about it." So he has really.
LFC Rant says there's been some mistakes from Klopp by bringing in Robbo at left back instead of Gomez. Both Trent and Robbo have been shocking. AMC with another one says
That can't
Buvey
be a
is
mistake. Hang on, we have to
absolutely
react
correct.
to these. That can't be a mistake. Playing Andy Robertson at left back instead of Joe Gomez isn't an error, surely.
Unless Joe Gomez has been in just fantastic form, and you take it as a
The
merit-based.
last thing I remember of
approach.
Joe Gomez was him having a shot miles over.
I think
getting
Joe
booed.
Joe
He has been
Gomez is a
good.
brilliant centre half. I do. I think he's a really good centre half. He'd be in my England centre half.
People were saying he should be left back for England. That's how
This
good he
looks
was for a period of
carnage at the
time.
back for
But
Spurs.
he's
at
been
the
brilliant
moment.
for them centre half.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Like, I think he's good. You know, like, I
Even
think
right back.
I think he. I know you rate him very highly.
Oh, this
It's
looks
already
like a
underway,
game, you
innit?
know. This looks like a game
Cut back,
already.
then.
Lads. This is
What's
going to
the
be.
cameraman?
I know
scrapping.
you like Canate, but I think
He's
that
fell
the-
off a hill a little bit.
Mate,
innit?
I also Joe Gomez and Van Dijk about 3 years ago. They had that bromance going on. They were wicked.
Yeah.
I'd have Stones and Gomez England centre.
If Gomez is fully fit, 1,000,000%, yeah.
Buvey's absolutely correct. The manager is above the player, and Salah's recent performances haven't been the Salah that banged 17 goals in the lead, says AMC. Matt says, Rory, did you ask Aguero why he cried in Portugal?
We know why. I don't need to ask that, do I? I know why he cried. Everyone knows why he cried. Why did he cry? Why did he cry?
I live in the present moment, Roars. I'm not talking about past events.
Why did he cry?
I'm talking about this game. It's 0-0 currently. It's
Talking
1
about
minute,
this
1 minute
game and the
45.
score, what do you think the score is going to be, Booth?
I've predicted 2-0 Arsenal.
Can I predict 2 scores? Because I don't know. I haven't seen enough
Yeah,
to
you did
tell
this
you.
at the Chelsea game. You
And
were
I was
1-0
right.
Or 6-0.
I'm doing the same.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same. Tottenham get.
You were right.
Tottenham
there.
get. I was right.
Yeah, you were.
Tottenham get a 2-1 win, or they lose 5-0.
I like these predictions.
They-
Super 6 should add it to the app. Get a second choice.
You could
for
do
half,
two.
500,000.
Yeah.
Do you see
You
the
could have
tweet?
one wild card prediction.
I retweeted this yesterday. I felt a little thing in pit of my stomach as a football fan, right? Liverpool turned down £200 million last summer for Salah. 200 million. That's true, isn't it?
From who?
Saudi Arabia.
So how much will they
So
get for
we,
this year?
you know, we forget things in football sometimes. You look back retrospectively, think we could have had 200 million quid here for Salah.
Odegaard's in the box.
Odegaard.
He's
That's
got away
terrible.
from-
Defending Ben
So-
White.
so-
No, that's Højbjerg, isn't it? Number 5? Number 5, Højbjerg?
Yes.
They're so open. They're playing 4-2-3-1,
Mate,
and
he
they're
looks
so open.
erratic already. It's
Yeah.
2.5
You
minutes
can't
in.
coach a back line.
Kulusevski's very good, though. I like him.
Yeah, he does. They love him, don't they? The old ginger.
I
I
don't
don't
quite get it. I don't quite
get it either.
He had a good 3 months.
Yeah, they love him.
Everyone's like, buy him instead of loan him.
Amazing, bro.
Do you know the
Yeah,
other?
when was
And he
that?
got injured.
That was years ago.
Do you know the other player that? Like, it's all gone very quiet. Do you remember all that talk about James Maddison having to start for England? Since he's come back from his injury, it's just not happened at all, has it?
Yeah.
James Maddison has to start for England. Cole Palmer.
That's how good Cole Palmer's been.
Put an end to that conversation
He
altogether.
actually
hasn't
has, because he was starting in mine over Phil Foden in midfield.
What?
In
You had
mine,
Maddison at one
when we were
point.
doing the videos in August.
Really?
Or September.
Is
and
that what you
October.
had? Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Phil Foden's made himself
I
undroppable.
thought Maddison had that kind of Paul Gascoigne quality about him, but Phil Foden's actually gone on this season and changed my opinion.
Foden's closer to Gaza than Maddison.
Oh, of course he is. Yeah, of course he is.
Foden is. I mean,
Well, I think Maddison in a tournament would be very interesting because of
do you
how a
think
tournament
Foden's your player
format.
of the year?
Yeah, at the moment.
Do you think he
yeah,
will be
yeah.
voted player of the year as well, like Man City?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think people get it?
I think there's still
He'll
an argument
definitely
Rodri's
get
had a
players
better
player.
season. Players
I
player,
feel
yeah.
like you can see he's like definitely
Rodri's had a better total season. He still remains
I
unbeaten.
think Phil Foden is player of the year, Premier League player of the year.
If City win the league,
If we, it's got to be who wins the
it's
league.
that close, isn't it? If Arsenal win the league,
It's Declan Rice.
then it's possibly Declan Rice.
I just think it's Foden. Don't matter who wins the league.
I think
Yeah.
it's become like the Ballon d'Or a little bit though, where
You need
winning
the
that
success. You need the European Cup.
It's gonna count.
Ollie Watkins got to be up there as well. Someone like for Villa. They get
He
top
could,
four.
especially if
Unai
they get
Emery
Champions
manager.
League.
Unai Emery manager of the year.
Did they drop points?
Gary
yesterday?
O'Neill
Yeah,
manager of the
2-2.
year. Yeah, with us, man.
And it should have been 3-2 Chelsea. No
Should've.
no
What
no
happened
word
at
of a
the
lie.
end of the game? I was on a plane.
Mate, it's absolutely ridiculous. Can I demonstrate? Yeah, let me demonstrate how bad this is. I'm in a WhatsApp group full of QPR fans, right? Even they, like this morning, I wake up to messages, and it's literally all about that, right? This is, you know him, it's Roll, right? He's in this group, and he's basically gone, man, the Premier League is fucked. Imagine celebrating a 96-minute winner at Villa Park on Saturday night and having it cancelled. Whether it's the correct decision or not, it flies in the face of everything that football is supposed to be about. I'm saying nothing new here, but it needs to be said.
Yeah, spot
Someone else then chips in. Couldn't agree more. It's completely ruined it. Especially odd in that circumstance, as the ref had a clear view of it in play and allows it to go. And then someone else feels it should be
not
be
clear
looked
and
at
obvious.
in a slow motion.
I haven't seen
It's
it. so
not
I
clear and
can't
obvious.
comment.
It's
Do you know what I'd say?
Was it
Adam?
offside?
Adam, no, it wasn't offside. It was a foul and a
push.
build-up. What I'd say, it's the kind of foul you've watched football with Buvey enough for long enough, right? You know the kind of foul that Buvey doesn't think is a foul, and I do. It was one of the Buvey's threshold for a
push?
foul is a push. Buvey's
If
threshold
the
for
ball's in the air,
is a push.
I'm jumping for it. Rory refuses to jump.
Used to act it out. Go.
Yeah, so the ball's
Okay.
in the air. Dizazi's
so I
jumping
go
for the
up,
ball.
and what I do, so I'm who wants to be Dizazi?
I was Dizazi just
Okay,
then.
you're
And
Dizazi.
you
Okay,
flipped
right.
it around.
So the ball's
He's
the ball
Diego
bounces.
Carlos.
I'm going up, right? I go up, and as I'm up, what do you do?
Wait, who are you?
You just said that you're
Diego
Dizazi.
Carlos didn't go up.
You just said that you're Dizazi.
But he didn't go up, Carlos.
I'm
The Aston
trying to
Villa
go up. What do you do?
fine.
Right, I'm trying to
Dizazi
go
comes
up.
over the top, and the Aston Villa defender refuses to jump with him.
So he just
essentially.
stayed down.
No,
he
you're meant to
kind
push
of-
me.
Yeah, okay, he does that.
He pushes
like
it.
that.
So he just
And
the
he
elbow
pushes
by
him
his
and
neck.
jumps.
It's
It's a
like,
little
yeah.
nudge. It's like a little nudge.
He knows what he does.
Just stand up and
I'll
do
tell,
it, man.
I'll tell
Come
you
on,
exactly.
man.
I'll tell you exactly what happens. He just basically pushes him out of the way and headers the ball.
act it out.
And it was the kind of thing. Do you know what I thought was weird? When I saw it in real time, I don't know if you've ever seen an incident like this in football. Generally, slow motion in football is helpful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was the kind of foul I saw, the push before the header, where I was like, okay, that's foul. And then I saw it in slow motion. I was like, actually, it's nothing much.
Nothing. It's nothing.
Remember the one? Was it Arsenal Newcastle? Where I think Gabriel got pushed.
Oh, the ball across.
Oh,
Was it
yeah,
similar
yeah,
to
that
that?
was the Disgracia game.
Yeah.
That was the Disgracia.
It's getting to the point now where players are refusing to be as physical as the other player, knowing that VAR is going to come in and intervene. If I think Rory's jumping, I'm just going to minimise my physicality. Instead of just naturally both trying to compete for the ball, I'm going to minimise my physicality so he looks too aggressive and aim for the foul. It's
Again, I
pathetic.
haven't seen it, so
Pathetic.
I'm not commenting on that incident.
I don't even care about
But is
Chelsea
it just
winning.
the case that
Pathetic.
he couldn't jump because he had
No,
the elbow
it's
in his
pathetic.
head?
No,
There were-
he's refusing to jump. It's pathetic.
I think he got shoved out of the way and then was out of the game.
Also, Diego Carlos is a big man. You shouldn't be getting.
yeah, that's the point as
Yeah,
well.
That's the point. But
Football-
so's
Oh, he didn't appeal?
Badiashile.
No, he didn't do it. VAR is now allowing players to reduce their physicality in the game. It's reducing the intensity of the physical aspects of the sport itself. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Crap in it, Werner. But look, I just think that everything that football is supposed to be about, and when people, I'll give you another example here, because when I talk about Chelsea, people think that it's always biased, but I'll give it to you. You know the Manchester United Coventry game. You know when people go, and I know that the science of this is true, but I still think it's incorrect. You know when people go, offside is black and white. Offside is a simple science, and you are either offside or you are not. I don't think that's true. I do think there's a grey area that is open to interpretation.
If you use any tool, if me and you are measuring a flat, right, we're measuring a wall, there's going to be a margin of error of millimetres. Yeah, but you can laugh. But there's a measurement. There's a margin of error in any scientific tool.
And whatever,
There are pixels. We don't know either side of a pixel, for example. The blue line was over his foot.
The blue line.
The big disgrace in that one was they should never have had a penalty anyway.
No, but look, I'm not even making it about the result.
How I always call offsides, yeah? In the stand, my brother went, fuck this, I'm off. And he walked, And I grabbed him. I had to climb over like 3 people to grab him. And I went, listen, it's offside. Get your ass back here now. And it was.
The alarming thing is, some guy tweeted me and he said, VAR has made the Premier League 14% more accurate. Where I thought, I instantly replied, said, you're chatting absolute gas. Even if it is. So we've sacrificed the joy and spontaneity of a last-minute winner at Villa Park. I don't care about Chelsea winning.
Which is what football's all about.
It's a football debate.
Like that, but that's what...
For 14% accuracy.
That is football, isn't it? As a football fan, you are a junkie. You just fly around chasing the buzz, just like some junkie in Camden Town, right? Just looking for the buzz, looking for the buzz. The buzz comes in an away end in a last-minute winner. Yeah. And that is now not something that you can celebrate. The game is therefore different.
You're always worried.
The drug is therefore different.
How different?
It's been cut badly.
Again, I never wanted VAR from the start, but I'm just playing devil's advocate.
It's time to get. It is
How
time
different
to get rid
is
of
that to where you used to look across under the flags up here like Jesus?
Yeah, but that's a small little price to pay. The moment for Chelsea couldn't celebrate. There was no reason, and the referee didn't even blow up. He had no decision in his mind to think that was a foul, and then they're retroactively managing the game. They're re-refereeing games. They're re-refereeing. It's pathetic.
It is pathetic. It is, and also
the
it's
referee
robbing.
Look at it on
if
the
you
screen.
think about
he looked at it.
he didn't think it was an issue.
And then they had to bring it back.
He had a clear line of sight to it and said it was a goal.
No, but did he look at it?
He
on
then
the
looked
screen?
at it and said it was. Said it was. Yeah.
No.
Arsenal got a free kick here about 20 odd yards outside the box. Good angle to get a shot in. Erdegaard, Rice, Trossard, and Gabriel are standing around it.
Trossard again.
Getting into the wall. Who takes this? Odegaard.
It depends if it's going to be a shot or not.
You got a resident Arsenal fan.
Odegaard will dink it. I reckon Rice might leather it.
Rice.
No, the Odegaard surely. Round the corner.
If Declan
you seen
Rice
that little
was
referee?
Dish,
you seen that little Have you seen that little referee who's a ringer for Trossard?
Yeah, the European one.
You seen him?
Yeah.
Little biryani piece.
Go on then.
Egg fried rice. Yeah, it's more egg fried rice, isn't it? Here we go.
Odegaard with curler.
That'll be a penalty if we.
But no, it is such a shameless VAR thing. You seen they got rid of it in Sweden?
Yeah. I'm moving to, I said to,
Mate,
it must have been Elliot last night, I'm moving to Gothenburg.
I'd go to Stockholm.
Should we start the club Swedish?
Where the Goths are from?
That's a good
no.
No, Goths refer to the Gothic art trend.
Wait, is that from Gothenburg? Or
Gotham?
No, it was an architectural style.
Place, isn't it?
How's the Parliament Gothic? It's rubbish, man. And do you know what? The people that kind of laugh and sneer, you know,
no VAR.
They're apologists for VAR.
Didn't do mad lockdowns.
I don't think they ever liked football in the first place. If you like VAR, you never liked football in the first place. I don't see how you could like football.
Oh, what are you doing?
No foul. That's not a foul.
It's not a foul.
Son wins the ball in the box off Trossard.
I think Trossard was being too clever there.
Højbjerg always looks tired, doesn't it?
Leggy, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, like he looks fucked all the time. Son in the box.
Walking in treacle, isn't it? Go on.
Ping it.
Madison!
Oh, no.
Have a shot next time, son.
Moron. Go back to Norwich City, you idiot.
Stupid haircut.
Does he get on the plane?
No.
What, Madison?
Gets on a plane to Ibiza. Doesn't get
He's
anywhere
not even
near.
on the plane now to
No.
He's going to
He's going one-way trip to
He's on the
Vegas.
plane.
Mate, he's going to Vegas. He's going to Vegas or to
You
Ibiza.
don't think James Madison's on the plane to the Euros?
He's on the plane
He
to
has to be.
Ushuaia.
Ushuaia.
He's on the plane to Ushuaia.
That opened yesterday, you know.
Good.
Ibiza's now open.
Good. Madison would be there. First class ticket.
All the phones were out. It was shocking.
All the who was that?
Ushuaia opened yesterday in Ibiza.
You know, I've never done Ibiza.
Every person had a phone. Every person had a phone. It was a sea of phones.
You're a bit like that, though.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
You're like that as well, then. What do you
No,
mean?
you can't
like
say
it. You like it.
Yeah, he has to open up.
I see you filming stuff.
just say it back
Yeah, but
to-
I'm not.
He does that a lot.
We all film little bits. We all
Yeah,
film
you're
little
slow.
bits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're slow.
And then bang. You
No,
put it down.
No, but you're famously.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, everyone says it about you.
That's not true.
No, everyone says.
No, I live in the moment,
Buvey
man.
with a phone. That's what people call you.
How's your phone getting along?
What's it to you? You
I'm
some
just
sort
wondering.
of phone police?
Yeah, well, you brought a new phone. What happened?
Stupid. Stupid.
Android.
It's upsetting.
Rory
if
went
we predicted
Android
it.
and then he went back.
Arsenal are in.
Odegaard's in. He might be offside. He is offside.
Clever pass that. man.
Havertz misses. Oh, he scored.
Oh!
He scored.
Is it
No,
a
but it's
goal?
offside. The flag's
Can't
gone up
celebrate.
already.
He's not celebrating.
So we just need to see whether this was actually
Wait,
offside.
did it go behind the goal?
No, it went in.
That went in.
He went in. Odegaard.
He is off.
Hang on a minute.
Marginally.
He's off.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, he is.
Marginally off.
I don't know.
It's marginal, but he's ahead of the play.
Is that definitely off?
He's ahead of the play.
Look at his feet.
Look at a skill from Odegaard.
You know what I hate though? Why has the ref
Skill
blown
from
his
Odegaard,
whistle,
amazing.
man? Why have you blown the whistle?
Skill from Odegaard there.
Do you know what I
His
mean? Because
feet are
you're
amazing.
almost making VAR redundant then. Because if that goal stands, the defender's goal where the whistle.
But if
was
the
blown.
goal did stand, it
Sorry,
would be a goal, wouldn't it?
Sorry, if that was an offside, the goal can't stand because the ref's blown his whistle.
Although I kind of rate the ref. If the ref goes, it's so clearly offside, I know it's offside, and therefore I'm going to just make the decision. That's
How
kind
would
of
he
what
know?
I
That's what
want.
it should be. That's what it fucking should be.
Little Fatty's running by the centre circle when the linesman puts it up.
He's trusting his linesman. Again, nothing wrong with that.
They'll
I don't think
be
it-
made redundant, these
Havertz
guys.
versus
There
Werner,
will be no
by the way.
linesmen in a few years' time.
Weird, isn't it?
Havertz versus Werner. I'll tell you what. If
That's
they were
weird,
play-
isn't it? Yeah,
if
they
they were
both
playing
go-
goal to goal, they'd be a long night.
They want to sign him. Spurs fan. I was trying to
my
Spurs
God.
do
They want
it.
Spurs are
sign him.
giving the ball away in their own box.
Ooh.
Great block by Romero on
Mate,
Declan
it's
Rice.
become nervy, hasn't it? Like both sets of players have been making errors. Like there's been a couple. There was a Trossard error, wasn't there, at the other end?
I think their presses in the final third, both teams are very good though. So they kind of create that pressure, don't they?
Yeah, that's true.
Because Spurs do it up that half a lot as well.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that is true. No, they're
there's
playing
another 2:00 kickoff, isn't there? Bournemouth are winning
Bournemouth
1-0
Brighton. Is that the
against
least?
Brighton.
Is that the least inspiring Premier League fixture anyone's ever heard of?
No,
And
Bournemouth,
nobody.
Brentford.
Bournemouth Brentford.
Ben White there having a little pull on the keeper's
It's his
glove.
thing, isn't it? It's his thing. It's a very clever tactic.
Saka with the cross.
Shit corner.
Huh?
Is it a corner? Oh, ball in.
It's an on goal.
They've scored. Arsenal
scored?
1 up.
I thought it was a shit corner.
Thomas Partey.
I don't
beat
appreciate the
the first
celebrating
man?
in the room.
Is it
I
beat
don't
the first
appreciate
man?
Arsenal fans around.
Who scored? Hoiberg on goal. Surely.
I thought it was a terrible corner, but
Told you he looked
it's just
tired.
gone past the first man and flipped in.
I can't cope.
What's
I
happening?
really am upset.
funny,
I'm
this is.
so upset.
Come on, Arsenal.
This is terrible. They're gonna
Course
do it,
they
aren't
beat
they?
Spurs,
You're
man.
gonna mess this up. You're gonna do something stupid against Forest. Idiot.
Yeah, you're the idiot.
You are. You are
I'm
going to do
worried,
something
lads.
really
I'm worried.
stupid. And as for that idiot, Højbjerg, why are you scoring an own goal in a North London derby that means more?
Oh,
You prick!
It's not a good corner.
It's awful stuff
not a
from
good corner.
Højberg, man.
No pressure as well, really. It's not real pressure.
Oh,
He's facing the
that's
wrong
He's
way.
beating the man.
You
He's
fucking
literally
idiot.
beating him.
You're not even facing the right. Your body position's shocking. Look at
Yeah,
that.
look at that. What is
He's
that?
getting bullied backwards.
He's got Tomiyasu
Yeah.
goal
You
side
idiot.
of him.
He's got Tomiyasu going the way he wants him to go.
No, but got
And
Tomiyasu's
fights him
goal
for it.
side of him.
Spurs.
He's supposed to get goal.
walking away, but
Spurs.
walking away from the goal.
They built a big stadium for this rubbish to have 0 trophies in their trophy room. It's a load of rubbish. They spent £1 billion
Trophy
on this. They haven't got a trophy room. They don't have a trophy room. It's an attic.
It's very dusty. It's a very dusty trophy room. They got the sheets out covering the.
Yeah, they got a signed photo of Ricky Villa from 1971. That's about it. Dusty as well. Cobwebs. Idiots.
What was that?
A
Not
one day
71.
Ramos' medal.
86. 86.
This both teams score here. but
Guys are
Arsenal
idiots,
score,
man. And the atmosphere in the
Like
stadium
40.
is shit as well, lads. Have you been to a Spurs away in the new one?
No.
It's
No, I've been to the
bad,
ground, but I haven't
man.
been to Chelsea.
They have like a live DJ, like Calvin Harris vibes.
Do they?
Like 30 minutes before.
Yeah. that's
Embarrassing.
terrible. It's a shame as well because Tottenham, to their credit, they do make a racket. Like, you know, in the old ground.
Yeah.
You know, in the old ground, they were loud. Like that shelf at the proper White Hart Lane. It was like a rowdy crowd.
Or even Seven Sisters Road on a
Trossard
Do you-
got
derby
an
day.
do you know
injury.
what I saw, which was ridiculous? That pub that you used to come past at Tottenham, right? It's called the Corner Pin. It was always so dangerous for Chelsea fans. I was it's become like one of those hipster beer.
Really?
Yeah,
IPA.
yeah. One of those like what are they, you know, those kind of places.
Blueberry
Forget what
cider and all that.
One of those, yeah.
You love
Ridiculous.
a bit of that, don't
I
you?
hate all that shit. You don't know anything
hate
about me. After so many years, I love a plain, normal cider.
No, we know everything about you. You love blueberry.
Because
cider.
when we usually go out
You
for a drink,
like-
you're not there.
You like blueberry cider and you always have your phone out at gigs. They're the two things. that
What is acceptable at a gig to get your phone out? I do it once or twice if it's a 2-hour thing.
Disagree.
You don't ever get your phone
Wouldn't
out.
dream of it. Wouldn't
I've seen
wouldn't
you,
dream of it.
do
Wouldn't
you-
dream of it.
My go-to is
Yeah.
Send me those
when I
pictures.
get there,
That's my thing.
take
Send me
a
those
few
pictures.
pictures and then try and keep my phone away for the rest of it.
Yeah.
Like when you get there, take a picture. Ben White.
He didn't
clear for
fancy
a
coming
corner.
in on that, Werner, did he? He didn't. Well,
You don't want to get hurt.
He didn't fancy just making life slightly
Soft as
difficult.
shit.
Just when Ben White goes up for the header, Ben White's probably gone up for that, thinking there's going to be pressure here, intense game, massive jeopardy in the game. He's got
He's got
literally
the
on my
easiest
own. Could have
day of
taken
his
it on my
life.
chest.
Easiest game of his life against this idiot.
Could have taken it on his chest.
Can't stand Werner.
He's rubbish. He's so.
They want to
rubbish.
keep him. I was
They
chatting to
can't
I
want
mean,
to.
Spurs.
They
They want to
can't.
keep him.
They can't.
Madison ball into the box.
Got to score.
Headed
that.
wide by
Whipped in
Romero.
Romero.
Romero's having a pop at the referee because he knows he has to score.
They're dangerous.
He is.
They're
He's moaning at the
dangerous.
ref.
It's one of them, yeah.
He's moaning at the ref because he knows he has to
he's
score.
got
Who's that there? Soft
Odegaard.
as shit.
Odegaard.
Odegaard's fat. You know if Spurs score that,
The thing is,
Odegaard's to blame. Why is he falling over?
I mean, he
there?
did get elbowed in the head, did he?
I don't
not?
know if he did.
I think he got
Oh, get on
elbowed.
with
He
it,
got
you
elbowed.
Got a
In,
little
fucking
finger in
melt.
his eye.
no, he got.
Get
I
on
mean,
with it.
that's also going to stop
Fingered.
you. It's going to stop you in your tracks. Finger in the eye.
Do you remember Mourinho did that to Tito Villanova?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Remember
funny.
that? That was nasty. That was
rattled
right
up-
in the.
When he rattled up Pep and sent him on a sabbatical.
That wasn't him.
That wasn't
That
down
wasn't
to him,
him.
was it? It
That
was
was
down
Di
to his-
Matteo. Di
It
Matteo.
wasn't even Di Matteo.
man.
It wasn't. It was
What are
down
you
to his
talking
own
about?
success.
It was Di Matteo. It was
Yeah.
literally off the back of that.
It was after that
wasn't.
league race,
It was-
bro.
it
That
was-
league race tired
It
him
was
out.
Di Matteo sent
Pep
Pep
was
on a
saying mad
sabbatical.
stuff
Pep,
like,
Pep
I
went
don't
on
like
sabbatical because he
football
was so successful. He
Pep-
went on holiday because he deserved
he
it.
went on a
lads.
sabbatical because they got launched out of Europe by Di Matteo and Eddie Newton. That's what happened. Eddie Newton and Roberto Di Matteo, along with Fernando Torres and Ramirez, launched him out of Europe, and he went to New York to cry about it for
That's
a
a
year.
foul.
It's not a foul.
That's a foul. Of course, that's a foul.
So look, there's a perfect example. There's
How's
a
that not a
there's
foul?
perfect
Do you
example.
like football?
That's what the
How
Dizazi
is
thing
that
was.
not
It's turned into
Foul.
squash. You can't touch anyone. Shoulder barge. Look at this. Mate, if I'm wrong, I'll hold my hands up.
Quick, hands up
If
if
I
it's a
hold my
foul.
hands up.
Hands up if it's a foul.
Shoulder barge.
Hands up if it's a foul. Hands
Put
up
your
if
hands.
it's a foul. There's about 10 hands up
Softest
over
of
there.
shit houses I've ever seen in my life. It's a shoulder barge.
Look like a rave over there. Everyone's going like that.
Yeah, but honestly, it's like it's ridiculous, man.
Come on, Tottenham. Oh, you know.
You're gonna get like dropped at, when we play that game at the end of May.
By who?
And you're gonna be screaming for
Pitch
fouls,
side.
and it's not gonna be a
They're all
foul.
about half my weight. Garrett's a flyweight.
Don't let him do your ACL again.
Oh,
he's in the post!
No!
Who's that, Romero again? Back into the
Mate,
box.
they're slightly
Arsenal
vulnerable.
clear.
They're slightly-
Spencer clear.
They're
These
shitting themselves.
centre halves are slightly vulnerable.
It's like
don't
we're in
they?
the last minutes of the game. I love
Good
it.
defending.
Good play by
That's good
Saka
defending
there.
from Arsenal.
Good play by.
Yeah, I like a bit of that from Havertz.
Havertz is giving it.
Yeah, to Madison. He's hardly being brave there.
That's the first time in
He's
5
good-
years I've seen him do
Yeah,
anything
and
like
he's done
that.
it to
He pushed
Madison.
it like
He's
that.
done it to Madison.
He has to score. He has to score.
He
look.
has to score again.
Has to score.
Oh,
How
how's
has
he missed
missed?
that, the
He
idiot?
missed again.
How have you missed?
God.
Thomas Partey's done well, you know, because Thomas Partey's kind of pushed him, so his header
He has to
to go back across
Those
the goal.
those two Romero chances are going to be
Yeah.
Very
discussed.
Spursy, innit?
He had
Very
to score that one.
Spursy chances.
Arsenal got the other end 2-0 now. There we go.
Must
Can
be
you
so
imagine
good
being in the
an
away
Arsenal
end?
fan,
Can you
just
imagine
knowing
being in
you're
that
always
away
gonna
end?
beat Spurs?
Imagine being in that away end now. They'd be loving it, won't they? They get one more and it's party time.
There's nothing like it, is there? You know, like with Liverpool United, like we always hate going to Anfield because
And then
terrible.
they,
Even when you're good, like
Yeah.
it's when you win there, it's really memorable.
yeah.
Like Arsenal just batter Spurs.
So
all
there
the
is
time.
there is a more. I know that the timing of this conversation isn't particularly favourable to the point I'm about to make,
Spurs
but
win.
there is an even more intercity rivalry that is one-sided. And I honestly thought that Everton were never ever going to beat Liverpool ever again, ever. I thought that the two. Do you remember when Liverpool? I think Curtis Jones scored before we knew him as like before anyone really was aware of how good he was. Liverpool literally played their kids in the FA Cup. Liverpool put out their kids and they beat them 1-0. Curtis Jones scored a curler.
I remember that,
That
yeah.
was a day where I was just like, okay, Everton are never going to beat
Piss take,
Liverpool
yeah.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, generally speaking,
Oh, look
Arsenal
at
get
that
them over
camera
on
work there.
Tottenham. Tottenham have had a bit more of it of late though. Conte, remember Conte?
Yeah,
for
yeah.
The playoff they had for top four and whatever else. He's
Oh,
got to score,
it's-
and he has.
It
It's
might
landed
be
at
offside,
Spurs'
but
feet.
Arsenal have Spurs have scored
Mickey van der
1-1.
Ven.
Good
Vicky
finish.
van der.
If it's come off an Arsenal player,
Do you know when?
Mickey,
do you know-
Mickey.
do you know- do you
If
know-
it's come off an Arsenal player, it's
Oh,
offside.
Mickey, you're so fine.
Do you know
you're so
when
fine.
he?
You blow my
Do you know when
mind.
you know when he had a shot there? Hey Mickey. hey Mickey.
He's been unbelievable.
Do you know when the fella was lining up the shot there? I was just like, "Don't
hope this is
shoot!
disallowed.
What are you doing?"
I hope this is disallowed. He's celebrating too much. He's giving it the whole.
If it's come
here's
off an
my badge.
Arsenal player, he's onside. It's easy.
If it has.
No, but you want it to be given.
No, but it's funny
See,
if it's
see,
disallowed.
they show extra
'Cause he
highlights,
started
they-
giving it all
they
this,
allow
like,
for
the big
VAR.
one.
Let's have a look.
Where is he at the moment?
Look, here, I'm going. Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Oh, he's offside.
Unless it's come off
He's
Arsenal.
not offside.
No, because the first pass is when he's offside.
Wait, so you've got to see what happened.
No, the ball's bounced off an Arsenal
He's
player.
offside. He celebrated too much and he's offside.
He is offside.
He's offside.
Yeah, he's behind the-
Hang on a minute. No, but level is on, right?
Oh, actually,
Level is on. Look, this
Sorry, I
guy
thought his
closest to
white
me.
shoulder was-
This guy closest to me is on.
Yeah. I can see what you're saying.
He's on. The closest defender apart from Saka, is it?
The one in the box, the nearest one in the box.
Yeah. I
Might
think
be
he
playing.
is playing
But
him on.
Did you just see a frame move then when they were looking at it?
Yeah.
I think he's onside.
But if it's his arm playing him on, he's not onside.
No.
Also, didn't it hit an Arsenal player?
Isn't
You're right, Booth. But it's from the initial pass, isn't it?
It's a pass, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
from the
a,
initial
It's a
pass.
pass, not a,
It's if they try and
not a
clear it or
deflection.
something.
Yeah. See, I think that's
That's
onside.
onside,
That's
that's
onside. It's a goal.
That's onside.
That is.
Get on with it
This
then.
is so
Get on with it,
stupid.
you
This
fucking
This
twats.
isn't what VAR is supposed to do. This isn't what offside is meant to mean. Offside is meant to stop goal hanging, not to rule someone out because they've got a slightly bigger arse.
Get on with it, you
Look,
fucking twat.
This is
They're
ridiculous.
watching us
He's
in there.
onside. Yeah, they got the club on.
Fuck you, man. Who's this
It's
bomb
onside,
twat?
mate.
Fuck off.
It's onside.
Can't stand it.
But if it's
Get
his
on with
arm,
it then.
Did you see?
What are they chatting about?
It's on. It's on.
Look at them chatting,
Doing it
they're all
offside.
celebrating.
That's a goal, man.
I fucking hate these guys. Look at these. What? Don't cut. I don't want to see these guys. They're making it about them. They're
Look,
twats.
now Gabriel celebrates. That could haunt. That
Mickey
wasn't-
van der Ven went too hard on the
No, but
celebration.
he scored in the North London
No,
derby. He's going to celebrate. Yeah, but what do you want him to do? He scored in.
Come on, Adam,
he scored a
man.
massive- He didn't know that.
It's the
did he?
biggest moment of his life at Spurs.
Yeah.
Well, so you don't
Should've known.
celebrate. That's what
No,
VAR
I
should
should
do
have
to
known.
the
Though. He
sport.
was going
But
too much.
the fact you said that is crazy, man.
Arsenal fans going to be living a dream in there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Look, not only
It'll
they
sound
won
like
nil
they've
up,
just scored.
Not
Why
only
did
they
he
1-0
cut
up,
to
but
the
they
refs?
can now go like that. Ah,
Yeah.
These players have worked
that
so
wasn't
hard,
offside.
right?
Like that isn't what offside is supposed to be. Offside. The point of offside is to stop goal hanging, not to rule a goal out because someone's got slightly bigger feet than someone else. It's fucking
Of course,
stupid.
benefit of the doubt and all that. These players have worked so hard to beat so
Get
many other
level.
players to get onto a Premier League level
And
footballer.
you rule out
And the coverage is
moment.
cutting to some 40-year-old bloke who's never kicked a ball in his life.
Ridiculous.
I don't want to see the referee ever on the screen. I never want to see the referee in Stockley Park ever. Why we do it? Why are they a
I
part
don't
of the?
mind seeing them.
Why are they a
because
part
I
of the
quite like
coverage?
the accountability.
Yeah.
But you don't know who after this game. If they make a mistake in this game, like they did in the Liverpool game when they came to Spurs, I don't know who that was in the room.
It's better than it just being anonymous, isn't it? Completely anonymous. At least there is now a face to the voice.
Yeah, but when
What's your name?
automatic offsides were happening in the
Anonymous.
World Cup, that was kind of nameless, wasn't it? It just kind of happened.
Spurs
It
on
was
the attack
automatic.
again.
Look, mate,
Kulusevski's
I don't
done
want
really
VAR,
well
I
there.
don't
Making a
like it.
star
But
of these guys.
If we are going to have VAR, I think that there needs to be accountability.
What, like a little box where we've got a little camera in a little box somewhere, like
Yeah,
Big Brother.
that's part of being accountable. Part of like
Shouldn't be part of
being
coverage.
identifiable is part of being accountable.
It's going to slowly kill this league, and people will start tuning off. That's
No,
what's
I
going to
agree.
happen.
I
Wait,
completely
Ineos are
agree.
giving money to
but
Spurs?
if we're having VAR, I do think there needs to be an element of
Well,
accountability.
maybe they got to be in the stadium then, or something else. But
They don't need to be in the stadium, though, do they?
Needs
Because
to
they're
run
watching it on the
that
telly.
Oh, here we go. Spurs into. Oh,
Go down. He's gone down.
That's a penalty, surely. That's a
Get out,
penalty.
you fucking
I know it
idiot.
looks soft how he's
Get
gone
out,
down,
you
but surely he's been clipped there. Because why else do you fall?
Why would that not go to VAR?
Why else would you fall? Do you know what I mean? In the box,
I don't know, man.
unless he was
Maybe
just
look, Saka
going
scores
down.
here.
If Saka scores
Look at
this,
that
great touch.
Right foot, has he got it? He doesn't.
Oh!
He does. Left foot.
It'd be funny if
Spurs
it
will
went
be
back to a
livid.
penalty now, wouldn't it? It's 2-0 Arsenal at the
don't
moment.
do the rectangle.
It would be
Jack.
funny if it went back to a penalty.
Can't do it. My
That would be
can't happen,
hilarious.
can it?
Of course it can.
What, would they rule a goal out?
Yeah, to go back
Of
to a
course
penalty.
they
If it was a
will.
penalty,
Does
yeah.
anything surprise you about these idiots?
I told you that they're going to
Fucking
back to
hate
it.
these
Arteta's looking
guys.
cool. Yeah, this is going to be 5.
This is going to be 5. I was right.
Great little finish from Saka.
It looked like he had done 2. You know, once he cut it back and the defender seemed to catch up.
Do you know when do you know the defender didn't do well there at all? Because Saka never fancied it on his right foot. Make him have it on his right foot. Like he let him cut
Stand
back.
him, yeah.
And if he scores with his right, what can you do?
If you give him an
Let's have a
assist
look.
for the...
Is this a penalty?
He's
Think he's
falling
just-
already. He's falling
I think
already.
he's just running behind
No.
him.
You
though,
said he
isn't
got clipped, Adam.
No, he
I
got
think he did
clipped
by the
on the
defender's
foot.
knees. But it's an innocuous one. It's not a tackle.
It's a 0%
It's not a
penalty.
penalty,
It cannot
really.
be a penalty. But they're showing extra highlights
Nobody's
for
gone
VAR.
with Saka. Literally not one player has had a look over their shoulder to see where Saka is. Fantastic first
at that.
touch from Saka.
In front of the wall
It's
as
your man
well. In
Ange,
front of the
innit?
Spurs wall.
It's weird though. The keeper hasn't even like moved until really late.
Ben
Davis,
Davis.
you
I knew
donkey.
it. I knew it. He's too slow.
More like bend over. Fucking now.
Davis, man. So look,
What Spurs are
forcing
doing right now, isn't it?
so slow, so easy for Saka.
I knew
Brilliant
Ben
finish,
Davies
but-
would be in it. You might catch up to him. You might catch up to him if he was fit for this game.
No, Ben Davies,
I didn't even know
rubbish.
he was on the pitch. The idiot.
trouble, man.
See you later, man.
Capital D.
Oh, Ange, mate.
Oh, he didn't.
Let's
didn't
get him on
even-
the
didn't
first
even look
Qantas
at
back
it.
to Australia, man.
Come on, at least get another goal, Spurs. Make this interesting, you bellends.
They scored now. It's going to be game on.
Yeah, just 2-1 at
Look.
half time.
Oh, he's done it. I can't believe
Go on,
it.
Werner.
Yeah,
Do
all
something,
right.
you idiot.
Yeah, all
Oh,
right.
and then he bottled it.
Bottled
Oh,
it.
shit.
Bottled it. So I can't believe
What do you
he
do
he
next?
didn't know what to do. He's like, he had that imposter syndrome. He's beating the bloke. He's like, oh my God.
Oh,
No,
he's
he's
grabbing
holding his
hammy.
hamstring.
He's grabbing
he?
his hammy. Yeah.
He's an idiot.
He's done his job now. He's holding his
He's an
hamstring
absolute
now.
idiot.
Shit.
Terrible signing. Like, what were they thinking?
Buvey, how you feeling about this?
It
Arsenal
was
win.
expected. I don't expect Arsenal to drop any points. I've been saying that for a few weeks
Do you
now.
expect
But,
Ci- who do you
no, I
expect to-
expect with City's run, we should be beating everyone in sight.
Odegaard's on the floor again.
Oh, get out, you fucking idiot! Get up! God.
What's wrong with this
2-0
guy?
in
Look,
half an hour.
Honestly, this is the world we're living in. They've got a guy, professional footballer, holding his cheek like that, holding his cheek.
By the way, you've not even seen what
Pathetic.
happened. He could have got punched already.
But you can tell, Adam.
He could have got kicked in his...
I'm not
like,
going to
he could have got his Buvey
A minute
like
ago,
John
it was the
Terry.
worst foul I've ever seen on that Spurs play. He's been clipped. It's a penalty. We've not heard anything since from you, Adam.
It was a penalty, man.
It wasn't a... Yeah, fuck, you know. You are soft as shit these days.
Ooh. He kind of got grabbed and ricocheted into the next man. Odegaard's
Get
soft
up.
there, though, man.
Fuck off. Oh.
He's going to have a neck brace. I'll be taking off the picture in a bit.
But all
Buvey's
footballers are
gonna be
doing
going,
it. Remember Manuel
Yeah,
Neuer?
get off.
I like that. Get up. Fuck off.
That's a penalty, by the way.
You turned into
That's
some
a
old...
penalty, by the way. Did you see it?
Yeah.
That's a penalty. You can never be a referee in this country. You've got your
Not that one, not that
you
one.
got your permit revoked, man.
Mate, you've turned
You're never
into
gonna be a
some-
referee.
You've turned into some old drunk in the pub. Get up. Fuck off.
So you thought that was a penalty, Adam? Have you ever reffed a game in your life?
No.
Yeah, you can tell.
Not yet.
You can tell, mate.
Because I ain't a wank.
Oh, this
Oh,
is just going
he's an
from bad
idiot.
to worse. Do
This
you know
guy's a
what? Even though I
clown.
don't want Arsenal to win the
Imagine
league,
man's
I can
drinking
kind of
prime,
enjoy
battering
this.
you like this. It's fucking embarrassing. Isn't
Once
it?
it's over, it's over.
Imagine who?
Imagine like a full team drinking prime on the sidelines, battering you. Must be demoralising, isn't it?
Have you seen the Primes?
They're drinking KSI juice.
Have you seen the
beating you.
Have you seen the lawsuit going out against Prime? Huge.
About what?
Because the amount of plastic in the bottles is too much. It's a huge. It's like a massive lawsuit against Prime in America. Yeah.
Are you
Say-
supposed to mix it with something?
No, it's saying the bottles that Prime comes in, it's got too much plastic going into the liquid. That you're drinking plastic, microplastic. Mad. It's a huge lawsuit in America.
Americans who let you eat anything. by the
topical
way,
news
which
for
is
you
a
there,
bit
Ross.
weird.
Huh?
Americans let you eat anything as
I
well,
know.
by the way.
All the
Bit weird.
sweeteners and all that.
Bleached up chicken.
You've had a Twix
bedded
in
up
America.
Chicken.
It's crazy, man.
Americans have Twixes.
Yeah, the sugar rush is out of this world.
Hang on, is this a penalty? Yeah, that's a foul. That's a foul, Buvey. That's a foul. Trossard clips his ankle. He can't stay up. Buvey, it is.
Thomas
How-
Hernandez
he's not- he's just
says, remember when Buvey recently said he needs more from Saka? Because I do. Terrible take.
It wasn't a terrible take. We saw nothing in the Bayern Munich away date, nothing in the City game, nothing in loads of games. Nothing in loads of games. Yeah, he's done it against Ben Davies, fair enough. And he has been fantastic this season.
Who just went off for Brennan Johnson? Timo Werner's off for Brennan Johnson. Thoughts?
Johnson's way better than him.
That's a good, yeah. Yeah. So
He needs
they've
to up
improved.
his end product, though, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's the thing. It's
Got a lot of pace,
He sitters.
Spurs, man.
They're asking a lot of questions though. Tottenham, Arsenal shouldn't be too.
Spurs have been wide open, though, bro.
Yeah, they've been wide open. This is what we said at the beginning,
They
isn't
can't
it?
defend.
Postecoglou, they're all, they look good in attack. They've had those chances. Obviously, Romero should have scored twice. I believe they should have had a penalty. Doesn't matter though, because they just go gung ho. The tactics are terrible. The in-game management is terrible, and basically they're 2-0 down because they don't set up to defend.
Yeah.
Don't let Arsenal attack you. Change your system. Be a pragmatic manager.
But is that a sign-in in the summer for Postecoglou? Does he need a DM that covers more ground?
No,
or-
it's an example that Postecoglou is crap. That's what it is. It's a really good example to say Postecoglou crap because a good manager, any good manager that you can think of over the years, doesn't matter who they are, is pragmatic and will amend their system to accommodate the brilliance on the other team.
Yeah.
You don't just play the same
Yeah.
way every
Just to
single
be devil's advocate, would a Spurs fan sitting here and say Højbjerg's way past his sell by date
Then-
and Postecoglou's working
Well,
with
then you have
someone
to
that's not his
compensate.
signing?
Then you have to compensate for that. You have to play another defender.
fine.
You don't play
Yeah.
more attackers.
Bentancur's got nothing
I'll
as
give
the
you a
off
good
the ball.
example, right? Mikel Arteta, like, really well, perfecting his craft. Very good manager.
Son looks like he's running around with a fridge
Mikel
in his back.
Arteta, when Mikel Arteta plays against Chelsea, he looks at Chelsea and he looks at Pochettino and he goes, useless. Right, 5 lads, let's go for it. Go for the juggler. Go for it. Run the channels. Attack. That's what he does because he's playing against Chelsea and he knows that Chelsea are vulnerable. Yeah. When he plays Man City and he's playing Guardiola, who is not vulnerable, he goes, lads, my name is no longer Mikel Arteta. My name today is Diego Simeone, and we are going to sit. We are going to defend. We are going to sit.
By the way, we criticised him for that at City.
I didn't criticise him for it. I said maybe he would have. Maybe those 2 points that he didn't go for could haunt him. But he decided it doesn't matter. My criticism isn't of being pragmatic. My criticism is, should you defend in that circumstance?
The 0-0 was a good result, based on how good we are at home.
The only reason it's not is because it means that I think they could have won that game if they'd attacked and they would have 2 more points.
Yeah, the best 2 chances, isn't they, as well?
And they had the best 2 chances. And hard, So look, I just think it isn't admirable. And I feel like everything's gone mad with football. It isn't admirable to only play one way and to only play expansive attacking football. Defend for imagine if Tottenham had come out here, put 10 men behind the ball, got to the 80th minute, 0-0, and then nicked it from a set piece. Be over the moon.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's stupid.
But the modern football fan, to be devil's advocate again, would say that a philosophy comes above everything, above being pragmatic.
But modern day football fans are often pricks. Yeah, that isn't true. That isn't true, though. It isn't true, is it? Like, if you genuinely believe.
What about Guardiola?
Also, there's a middle ground here. You can stick to your philosophy while still tightening up a bit.
That's why you're bang on, 1,000,000%. Guardiola came in, got smacked up in a few games in the first few weeks of the season. By the end of the season, John Stones came in, tippy-tappy football, got blamed a lot for the mistakes. He was pumping it long, and that was down to Guardiola. So Guardiola changed mid-season.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's interesting.
Also, do you know this other thing that I think it's a very modern thing where we only really appreciate good football as being attacking football or expansive football or possession-based football. I don't think that's true. I really don't. Like I quite enjoy watching defensive teams. I quite enjoy watching Diego Simeone filth his way into the latter stages of the European Cup. I enjoy watching like a bustle or a goal mouth scramble or a clearance off the line or something filthy. He's not. It doesn't only have to be possession. And to be totally honest, I actually find Pep Guardiola's possession-based game more dull than I do Carlo Ancelotti's.
I get in trouble for this, but remember when Spain won the World Cup? I found that team so boring.
Yeah, they were.
It was like they scored like 8
goals. One goal.
3 of them were against like Honduras.
And
I think it's harder to do. That's why I respect it so much.
I don't disrespect
it's harder to build a side.
I
think it's a lot easier for Sam Allardyce to go in there with West Bromwich Albion and set up 2 banks of 4.
Yeah, agreed.
The 2 strikers run free and press hard.
Agreed. It's hard.
It's still noble to achieve a Premier League title like maybe Mourinho did, for example.
The implication that I resent from you here is that I don't respect it.
Oh, no, I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying that.
I think I prefer. I find it a bit dull. It's not that I don't think it's amazing.
Of course,
I think Manchester City are amazing. I really do. I think the way they play. I think Arsenal have been amazing. But I also find a lot of Pep Guardiola's possession-based game quite dull. There are certainly other teams I would prioritise watching rather than Man City having 77% of the possession or whatever it is.
Yeah, I just think that argument gets diluted a little bit when you see the quality of goals sometimes. But you are right, for a large part of the games, we dominate possession. But
people have stopped enjoying those. People have stopped enjoying the other parts of football, haven't they? They've stopped enjoying the Keane versus Vieira in the tunnel. Like that wasn't even on the pitch, and it was one of the best moments in football.
Too busy hugging each other.
That wasn't even on the pitch, and that was one of my iconic moments of the 90s.
It's interesting.
Ashley Cole clearing something off the line. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And Bayern Munich fans resent. Well, there are some that resent Guardiola for changing German football and making it that way, and blaming the kind of sterilisation of German football on Guardiola a little bit, and the national side. They think the German national side is a little bit softer because of Guardiola coming in.
See, this is what I think.
Attack.
This is why I think it's very difficult to win the league in England, particularly. This is why I think winning the league in England is very difficult because nobody's brave enough to do what Carlo Ancelotti did. Everybody, to a degree, that's capable of winning the league is emulating Guardiola. So basically, if you emulate Guardiola, you're not going to be as good as him.
Arsenal have seen something here. Look how they've left all the Spurs defenders in the middle of the box.
Rice is getting.
They've all gone to the back post. You got Saliba, Partey, Gabriel, Tomiyasu, Havertz,
been
back post.
Yeah, that's all he does.
I love it.
Doesn't
Saka
even play the
and
ball. I like
Trossard,
that.
edge
I
of
like
the
that.
box.
I rate that highly.
Now they're all moving to the front.
That's why they score so many
creating
goals from set
carrot.
pieces.
Oh, Havertz has scored! They created chaos in the box. They
He's
all
not
set up
getting
on the back
mate, they're
post,
gonna win
ran
the
to
league.
the front post, headed in by Havertz, Rory's best mate. He does that celebration again, and it's Spurs 0,
Hey, what
Arsenal 3.
what a feeling that must be. Like they've beaten Chelsea 5-0 and now they're 3-0 up at Tottenham after 37 minutes.
They're going to have nightmares if they don't win the league this season based on how good they've been.
They have
Absolute
been brilliant.
nightmares.
How have Tottenham been
Fulham.
just capitulated like this? It's what I said before the game though. If Postecoglou doesn't change it up, they get battered. Yeah. And now look.
Yeah, they're so much more physical than Spurs, aren't they? Got so much more about them.
Has that come off?
Nobody's defending because the bloke can't set up a defence. Why do people constantly tell me how good he is?
Yeah,
he's completely
He's
free
free.
4 yards out.
You know what?
Kai Havertz, he scored 2 goals against Chelsea. Do you think you want to mark him?
An idiot.
He's completely unmarked.
He's free.
He's
know
completely
what I don't
6
get
yards
yet?
out.
Arsenal
You
have seen
idiots.
something here, so they've set up like this. They've gone on the back post, all ran to the front post. But still, you've got the Spurs players that are still facing the ball. Even though they've seen all these players move to the back post, not one of them's gone, all right, let me just face this way and put my arms like this so I can block them off. They've stayed facing the same way, which is I find that really odd defending. And then you've had players running blindside. Spurs' defence is awful. Go on.
I was just going to say, that means that there's no winner of Super 6 from our league this week. That is a shame. That is a shame.
But
And it's also a shame.
it's going to be funny when Spurs get battered here.
Do you know what? This is Arsenal fans will be singing about this for decades to come. 3-0 up.
3-0.
3-0. Look, I
Shit,
just cannot believe how average Ange Postecoglou is. It's very important, and I will do this, right? I will give an awful lot of credit to Mikel Arteta. He has done so well. This team are basically flawless. The points tally on them is amazing. And I think it's fair to say, even if they don't win the league, they're probably the best team. They've scored more goals than anyone else. They've conceded less than anyone else. Manchester City, although they could end up with more points, haven't necessarily been a better team than them, or is that? Do you feel like the best team always
City's
wins the league?
peak form isn't as good as Arsenal's. That's about as far as you can go.
But
I think Arsenal have shown in the last few weeks a form that City haven't shown this season.
Yeah.
But City have been the best side if we win it, no question about it. Because you spread it across the whole season, and there's form there.
Hang on, let me try and that's interesting, but let me try and articulate what I'm trying to say here.
I know,
right?
because I've had this debate
Because
before.
I think Arsenal have been, even if they don't win the league, I think Arsenal are the best. They have been the best team in the league this season.
So you think there are examples in the league where someone like Blackburn Rovers have won the league, but they weren't the best side in the league? Is that what you're saying?
I think they're. I don't know if there's any prior examples off the top of my head. I can't think of any. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any. But it doesn't mean that there can't be one. Like, for example, I can't remember. You know when Chelsea won the league under Conte with a huge points tally?
Yep.
Off the top of my head, it was obviously, that was Guardiola's first season, I think. I can't remember. There may have been a better... In fact, wasn't there a time where Tottenham were the best team in the country when they didn't
in terms
win
of
the league?
points across 2 years, and then they never won the league. Yeah.
But would there have been... I think that you can...
It's an interesting debate.
I think that the best team doesn't always win the league.
No.
Oh, look, even if they have done, it isn't a given that they...
I can think of more examples in the Champions League. I think the Champions League's got
Champions League
loads of
definitely.
examples where, Chelsea were amazing in your prime years. You
Both
never
times,
won it.
Both times. Yeah,
exactly.
we were amazing when
Man
we
United
didn't.
and loads.
Chelsea were the best team in Europe a few times when we didn't.
I don't think Real Madrid are the best side in Europe, and they've beaten us. I think City are the best side in Europe.
Yeah.
I know it's ridiculous
I
saying
thought the
that.
Aguero season was like we threw it away, but we should have won that easily.
I don't agree with that.
I thought no, we threw it away, bro.
Really?
Yeah, but we threw it away to
were
give
you
it to
the
you in the
best team
first
in the
place.
country that year? Would you say?
That's the only bit I'm a bit.
But we blew
caught
you away at
up
the...
I can't remember.
Man United, Man United stole it from
Everton,
City because we...
4-4.
What's the comment saying here, Ad? Have you seen any?
But we beat you 6-1 that season.
That's true.
We started off the season strong, then they came back, then we came back.
I wasn't wholehearted on that, but I did.
I'd say
feel
we're
like it was a
55% the best side, if that makes sense. 52%.
Very close.
Just it's marginal. Yeah, it's tight.
Tottenham fans will definitely argue that they were the best team in the country the year that Leicester won the league.
And then Chelsea the following
Kenny
year.
says, I think over 38 games, it's hard to argue the best team doesn't win it. Bit of a
But
cliche,
Leicester weren't the best
probably
team in the
true.
country. Hang on, I think I thought of the
They
argument.
were for 12
They
months.
were.
Mate,
They
some of the
weren't.
goals they were
I think we
scoring.
overlooked the fact because we were so surprised in the moment.
The goals
They
against
battered
Liverpool.
everybody, bro. And they just played in one way. Kind of, we criticised that.
No, but Leicester weren't.
Who were better than them at that point?
Probably Tottenham and Arsenal.
But
I don't think Arsenal were better than them.
But the proof is they went far in
I know
the
Arsenal
Champions League
beat them.
the following season. They got to the quarters of the Champions League, which says that side was good enough to compete in Europe on some level. It made
They got
Champions
done
League
by
group.
Seville, was it?
No, it was Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid.
But to get to the quarterfinals for Leicester City is a huge
No,
achievement.
absolutely.
But
I'm not
didn't
saying
they
it wasn't a good
lose
team.
No,
for the
but
Champions
They
League?
did lose Kante, yeah. They did. Maybe Mahrez as well. Did Mahrez stay?
no, Mahrez stayed for 2 more
They
years.
took a lot of, taking Kante out of that team.
Yeah.
And Danny Drinkwater on a mad one is a bit,
Yeah.
a bit wild, isn't it?
So what do you think? Do you think there's no debate? The best team in the country
I know
is
what
the
you're
team
saying.
that wins
I
the
do
league.
agree on some level, but then also I can't think of a Premier League winner who've won the Premier League who haven't been the best side.
I think that we would have. I think there were various.
Blackburn Rovers were the best side in '95. Do you know what I mean? They were the best side.
I think that you could argue Man United were that
Man
year.
United, because Andy Cole missed so many chances in that game against West Ham as well.
Yeah,
It's a bit of a, he's done him there.
it's almost irrelevant now.
At
isn't
least
it?
score a goal, you shit
just
bags.
irrelevant.
Now, actually, I don't want Spurs to score a goal. I want Arsenal to score 4 more.
Arsenal's clean sheet record is also amazing.
I think an 8 now would be interesting for us. Wouldn't it?
Arsenal, they've scored more goals than anyone else in the league. They've conceded less goals than anyone else in the league.
That's a good point to look
Yeah.
at.
They've conceded less than anyone else in the league.
Yeah.
If Man City win the league, I don't think it's out there to say that Arsenal are the best team, even if they don't win it.
And then you say, okay, who are they actually playing in the league? Why they couldn't get these points across the line? And they couldn't beat Fulham. They couldn't beat West Ham in a big game.
So what?
These are average sides.
Are
I'm
you
sure there are other
serious?
examples.
Let me. I need
Like
to see
Southampton.
your
Are you
comments.
watching this? What's
I am
happening?
watching it. It's just
Spurs
pinball.
fans, Spurs players are just diving into everything, and Arsenal just picking passes around them.
Yeah, it's
Looks embarrassing, bro.
It's like last season, Arsenal couldn't
embarrassing.
beat Southampton, home and away. You think, okay, now, are you the best side in the country?
Here we
then?
go. Son's in.
Oh, he's skied it!
He's gonna cry in a minute.
He's crying already.
Cry in a minute.
He's crying. There's nothing wrong with
Shit
crying, by
bag.
the way. There's nothing wrong with crying, showing your
It
emotions.
is when you kick someone else in the balls and then you start crying. That's a bit weird, isn't it? When you break someone else's leg
Rose
and
Ed.
you're the one crying.
I'd flog him in the summer. I'd flog him.
Like
100%.
old school flug, like whip him.
What, medievals vibes? No, I'd just sell him. That's the word I was using. I'd just sell him for some money. Transaction vibes.
Have him
Not
walking down the
medieval
street
vibes.
ringing the bell.
Game of Thrones style. Shame.
Shame.
What a show that was. Do you know what? I've never recovered
make
after that
10
final
armies out of
season, Adam.
You know
I've never
what?
recovered after the
Never
final
watched it.
season.
I think most people.
How do you know
agree
about the
with
shame
Buvey.
thing then?
That's actual real history. That actually happened in life.
It's Game of Thrones.
What are you on about?
In Game of Thrones, the Queen.
Yeah, I'm out.
No,
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 I'm out.
I don't actually know.
I
I'm
never
out.
watched
I'm
Game
out.
of Thrones.
No, I'm not taking that. It's
I'm
one of the
out.
best
That is
shows of
actual
all time.
part of
No, I
history.
asked you the question, but now I would like to.
I've never watched
I'd
Game
like
of
to
Thrones.
rescind my question. I have no question for you.
Okay, well, it was in Game of Thrones.
I have no
she was
question.
saying- She was saying Shane.
I have some good news for you though,
That,
Buvey.
do you know that was that?
In our debate,
real life.
you
I
are.
don't know about that.
In our
It
debate,
is.
you are clearly winning. Everybody agrees with you. The
I
best
think the
team in the
Champions
league.
League's a good debate.
Oh, hang on.
though.
There's somebody's written here. City 13-14. Who won the league in 14?
No, Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool came second with the Gerrard slip. No, they came third. Chelsea came third. Denver Bar and all that scored the Gerrard slip.
So is it? Could
no,
you
Man
argue
City
that
were the best
Liverpool?
side. No, Man City were the best side that season. 100%. 100%.
Lots of people.
I'm not
agree
taking
with
that.
you. Kenny
Whoever
says
typed that, you're an idiot.
Kenny, that was Aditya.
2013,
Tell
14.
Aditya then.
Do you remember?
Tell
do you remember-
Aditya.
Indicia. Do you remember
Aditya.
Ingredo? And Diego, what's his name? Ingredo.
Negredo.
Negredo.
Alvaro
Yeah.
Negredo.
For 6 months, he was out of this world. Do you
They
remember?
call him Diego Negredo.
Negredo. What do you say?
Diego Negredo.
Him and Jesus Navas. He scored an unbelievable goal against Spurs in the first few minutes. What a player those two were. Oh,
that
Kenny
Mancini
agrees with you.
and
Kenny
Pellegrini?
says, Kenny says over 38 games, it's hard to argue that the best team doesn't win
the
it.
Champions League is the example that I think Rory's looking for.
Like, you've seen some of the shittest team in Champions League, wasn't it? Liverpool 05, Jimmy Traore and that. You had Chelsea when they won it.
I think Chelsea's 2 Champions League wins, we weren't the best team in Europe. Whereas I think in 2010, Carlo Ancelotti's double winning season, we were by far the best team in Europe. I also think 09 we would have won it.
Also, you could argue, large chunks of the team that won it the
Inter
first
Milan,
time
Inter Milan, not
were,
sure, didn't they?
were actually part of a
We
team
got
that
done
was
by
considered
Mourinho,
the
but
best.
we were a better team. We got done by Mourinho. Like we
I
played
know
with
it's-
Mourinho.
remember that.
They
They
beat
won a
us-
treble though.
They beat us. It was 2010. The 2010 season.
But they won a
Inter's-
treble, didn't
Inter's
they?
winner.
Primes, Snyder, Zanetti, Samuel.
They were very good. We were better
Eto'o.
than them though. But Mourinho
like that team was
Mourinho
shit,
got it
by the
right.
way. It was such a
I
good
was
team.
at both games. I was at the home and the away game. Away from home, we got beat 2-1, which felt like a good result.
Yeah,
Kalou
yeah.
scored for us, and at home we lost 1-0. Eto'o. We got done both. We lost home and away. We lost fair and square. But I just think we were Mourinho'd. It was a manager. We were Mourinho.
Prime Mourinho.
It was Mourinho. Like Samuel Eto'o 1-0 at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
Come on,
of course.
Arsenal, score again, man. This is funny.
It is quite funny now.
I want-
Now
it.
they're not going to win. Now
Yeah,
I want
yeah,
Tottenham to get beat for 10
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Yeah.
We won.
Come on,
You
Arsenal.
lose to Forest. Oh, yeah, I love it. I love his tone deaf chance. Let's hear this one.
No, now you're slagging me off. I'm not doing it now.
No, I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not doing it now.
Kid.
Why do you keep supporting Arsenal, by the way? This is really weird of
What are
you.
you on about?
You celebrating their goals the other day.
I celebrated the other one because Rory was sat there.
Yeah, I rate that.
We started doing that to each other more and more this season. It's getting the Real Madrid thing. I posted on my Instagram. You can see Rory like that, like that, like when Real Madrid scored.
What, against you, was I?
Yeah,
Was
like
I?
that.
Yeah.
What do you think of Spurs having
Tottenham
2
had
weeks?
2 weeks. Oh, sorry, mate. Go on. I just say what I see. If someone puts something in front of me, I say it. Doesn't matter. You could have written anything on there. Oh, you could have got me. You could have got me cancelled. You could have written anything, and I'd have
The
just
way
said
I
it.
do it is I make it look like it was one of my own natural thoughts.
Yeah.
So I look like a
I just go
genius.
like that.
You just go,
Tottenham.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego. Rory.
2 weeks they've had. They're idiots.
That was smooth.
2 weeks without a game. Are you sure?
Yeah, because they're not in the FA Cup because they bottled it against City.
Oh, yeah, remember that? They went out
Okay,
in the
you
cup
fuckers, fuck off.
They are just useless, aren't they? I'm really enjoying this old drunk in a pub from you.
Well, I've had a few.
Okay, right, fuckers.
I think the whole taking a break off thing's completely overrated. I think you want to keep playing football matches.
No,
Even if you get
no, me
injuries.
and Adam always.
It's
me
like
and
having
Adam
a
always fall out.
a
of
jumping
this.
start.
I agree with you, Booth.
You've
Me
got
and
to
Adam.
start with momentum.
Adam, this is the kind of debate that you and I have had. You know, in the past where you said dropping out of competitions to for your furtherance of
I
other.
only say it about the Europa
About
League.
yeah, Adam and I massively disagree and have the chat fairly regularly, which is, I believe
don't say it about the
staying in the
Champions League.
Europa League is good for the club, in terms of their pursuit for the.
It
Premier
depends how many. As long as you rotate enough players, there's a fine line between the arguments.
Has a team ever won both Premier League and Europa League?
No, but that's because they're probably a Europa League
That's a
team.
really good.
No, but that's because they're a Europa League team. They're unlikely. They qualified for the Europa League the previous year. They're
Liverpool in a Premier League title race this season, arguably, obviously until last week. They've been in the Europa League this season.
No, there are examples, but the reason that they're in the Europa League is because they didn't qualify for the Champions League, which means their chances of
Being good enough to be
good
straight
enough
back
to win a
number one.
European. Exactly.
I would just rather not be in the Europa League.
But that's your level now. Has been for the last 10 years.
I'd rather nah.
Yeah, see that I can't believe. You
but-
would rather Manchester United finish 9th and 6th. You see that just.
I'm all aboard that.
See, I would rather Chelsea, and I know this is going to be
I think
embarrassing.
that's
and I know
supporting
you
a big
lot,
club for you,
I know
I think.
you lot will even. I know you lot will even laugh at me. So I'm setting myself up for a fall here. But I am desperate for Chelsea to make it into the Europa. But if not the Europa, I want to be in the conference thing.
But you have
Win
to
it.
accept that Man United,
We've never won it. We've never won it.
Man
Just
United have been a
completely-
Europa League side for more in the last 10 years than not.
The
that's
only
part-
thing is,
and you've
I'm
won
not
it,
arguing what you're saying, but what I'm saying.
but you've won it as well.
I'd
You've
rather
won
us
it
not
against
be in it.
Ajax.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
I've
huge
seen it now. I don't
phone.
need to. I've completed it.
If you ask
I've won it
99%,
all, mate.
if you ask not the Conference League, you'll be there soon.
What was that noise you made?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I need something to say here, so I'm going to give myself a second.
Yeah, you've not won the Conference League yet. You'll be in that soon. Don't worry
Good
about that,
skills,
mate.
great feet
But,
there, Kulusevski.
If you ask 99% of football fans in this country, they take 6th overnight.
It's such a wind up.
They're getting smashed.
Brendan.
Brendan Johnson there.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at
lovely
that bit of
feet,
skill.
lovely feet.
Ineos need to bring them funds back, you know.
What?
Stop sponsoring Spurs.
Oh, what?
Do they sponsor? What do you mean they
Look,
sponsor? Spurs?
Ineos is all around their stadium.
Is it?
I
They
reckon
don't
that
care
deal
about
ends-
you, man. They
I
don't
reckon
care
that-
about you.
I reckon that deal mysteriously
yeah,
ends
yeah.
soon.
Yeah, they don't care about you, man. I can't wait till you sign some 35-year-old guy from Nice. I can't wait.
I don't think we'll be signing oldies like that.
Do you think Ten Hag, obviously we haven't spoken about Manchester United yet. It's half time, by the way. It's 3-0 and the title race goes... I mean, it's so difficult to predict now. Tottenham have been useless, absolutely useless.
Arsenal, on the other hand, have been incredible and have capitalised off everything useless that Spurs have done. Saka scored a magnificent goal. Havertz. That set piece work by Arsenal was very good. If not, can I get one Albiro, please?
Can I get a Coke, please?
Oh, actually, that's a good idea.
Sugar.
The lads are just making their drink orders.
Snack
Coca-Cola,
anything, like
please.
a cookie or something, a biscuit or something.
I don't want a cookie. I'm not 7, but I'll have a Coca-Cola.
Arsenal have been incredible.
shit on
Spurs
cookies
have been
now.
useless.
Fucking hell, man. We're living in a black and white world with Rory, aren't we?
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
it's proper.
What's that
difficult,
movie where then suddenly it all becomes colour
I
again?
think
What's the movie? It's like, is it Dorothy or something? What's the movie with Dorothy?
Oh, the Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, yeah.
Who would Rory be from the
Mate,
Wizard
the Wizard
of
of Oz is dark, you know that. You know, if you watch the Wizard of Oz as an adult, like, you know, as a kid, it's all...
There's a lot of things like
Mate, the Wizard of Oz is Like some
And
brilliant
then Judy
film.
Garland's story about
Judy Garland, I know.
her as a child
yeah,
actor.
and Liza Minnelli and all.
mate.
Well, it's bad. Yeah, also like,
almost
Is
can't
it stuff
say
we
it.
don't want to talk
yeah,
about?
can't say it,
definitely. But there's messaging in The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. But yeah, it's fantastic from Arsenal. Fair enough. They're going to be the best side to ever come second in Premier League history.
See, that's another good game. The
Is
best
it? Yeah.
second team, the best team to not
That's
win the league. Well, it's actually the Liverpool team that didn't win the league.
There must be a Chelsea
Based off
side when
points,
Man United nicked it back.
Could
from
you
lot.
argue that Liverpool that
sitting
didn't
side.
win the league was a better team than Man City team that did win it?
Across games they could beat us on a sporting level in terms of they could beat us
That's what I'm saying.
on a
Have I found a chink in your armour?
Yeah, because they won the Champions League that season against Spurs, so maybe yeah.
We got there in the end.
If you get 97 points, 97 points
and win the
second.
Champions League.
Fuck.
97
Yeah,
points.
I think it has to be
97
on
points,
the
win the
14.
Champions League, and beat you head to head.
And they were one Stone's clearance away from being
And that
invincible
was like a
double
millimetre, wasn't
centurions.
it? Or something like that.
Yeah, mate, the ball was
0.5
over. The whole of the ball,
centimetres.
apart from
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
was over.
I love that. That's one thing I do rate about the technology is the goal line stuff.
That's great, but that's
It's
not
failed
VAR.
once.
No,
but that's not VAR.
No, but that's
No,
not
I know,
VAR,
but
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that's
No,
one
no,
thing
there's
I do rate.
nobody is scathing towards tech. Technology is great. I love technology. Right? I'm
Says the guy with the iPhone 5.
I'm not very good at technology, but I do love it. But this isn't technology.
So can
What
I
we have
ask-
with VAR is still interpretive. It's still interpretation.
Have you seen the new offside we're going to have next season? It's the UEFA one, where it's kind of like that graphic
From the World Cup.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? It's more instant. It's quicker.
My concern
accurate.
is anything that takes away from the on-field decision is potentially a problem, because what you don't have, like what you have with the ball over the line, is a 100% guaranteed science. Is the ball over the line? It is a yes or no. There is no grey area. I believe that offside, there is a grey area. There is. Like, in my opinion, the Coventry City fellow wasn't offside. Because that isn't what offside is supposed to do.
wasn't
On the,
offside.
so let's say they change it to daylight between the players. Would still then be working with fine margins.
No, you
and there'll be
wouldn't.
something that would be
It wouldn't.
offside and we'd go, well, actually, that's so... Do you think we'd start going that way with
No,
it?
because I don't think with daylight it is categorical, isn't it? With
Yeah.
daylight, you can either see daylight or you can't. There is a gap or there isn't a gap, and therefore, I don't think there is a grey area. What we have at the moment is we have opinion, and there is no point in opinion. Or if we're going to have opinion, we may as well have the opinion of the bloke on the pitch, because then we prioritise everything else away from the game. I was saying before that you lose the buzz of the game, you lose the momentum of the game. Keep the guy's opinion on the pitch, because it might be wrong, it might not be. Just like the guy in Stockley
Hold
Park
on a
might
minute.
be wrong or might not
I
be.
just need to defend you here. Some people are saying, why is Rory defending Spurs? I haven't heard you defend Spurs.
I don't know.
And then he said, Rory,
He's not
it was
defending Spurs.
offside, pal. We're not even talking about the goal
are they
in
on
this
about?
game. We're just talking in general terms
about
about
offside.
offside
I
and
don't think
about
that was
VAR.
offside.
But you see,
Coventry.
the
He was in line.
The Coventry, if that's referencing the Coventry City one, I don't think that was offside, and I certainly don't believe that's what offside was
He was in
supposed to
line.
represent, and therefore he wasn't offside. Look, you
was
can
in
freeze
line.
frame it, and he's got a size 7 shoe, and he's got a
Yeah,
size 8
stupid.
shoe,
And then
so
they
he's
put the
offside.
blue line over his laces. It's embarrassing.
And I suppose it's similar with regard to the offside today, the Van der Ven goal.
I think
But
it's
then
a bit-
it's equally like their penalty shouldn't have been a penalty. City
Oh, yeah,
could
mate,
have had a
it's not
penalty
about-
against them. Like we've
It's
seen
not
some
tit for tat, though. It can't be- this argument can't be about tit for tat.
I'm on about inconsistency. I'm not on about tit for tat. I'm on about look at the penalty we were given against Wan-Bissaka in that game,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then look at the penalty we weren't
No,
given.
and I don't even care about the result of that game. I'm not saying that the
I'm
referee.
just on about inconsistencies.
Yeah.
Against who did we play the other day?
I'm just using. Wait, why? it
Burnley.
doesn't matter.
Burnley. You
Yeah,
drew,
I
you-
saw
you
another
drew 1-0.
penalty that wasn't given,
Yeah.
like, and it's like it's exactly
No,
the
of
same
course,
as the one
nobody's
that wasn't
talking about the Man United Coventry one for
No,
any
I'm
reason
on
other
about
than
in
it's
general
in my
terms.
head and it's fresh.
I'm on about in
yeah,
general
yeah.
terms.
I don't care about the Man United result. I just care that I don't care whether Coventry go through particularly. I just think that is an example of a goal that I can think of, just any goal, where I don't believe that the bloke was offside for what offside is supposed to represent.
Yeah.
I don't think Van der Ven was offside for what offside is supposed to represent.
No.
And I think while we have the grey area, these conversations, when it's my opinion, when somebody in the comments can call me a fool, we might as well just have the opinion of the bloke on the pitch to protect everything else around the game.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's
100%.
painful.
Um,
Viva la Sweden.
We've got over 6,000 people tuned in. Thank you very much for tuning in to the club. We are
can't
sponsored
believe
by Super 6. You are the Super 6K watching this. So make sure you're hitting that like button. And if you haven't already, get subscribed to the channel.
Højbjerg should be sacked now. Højbjerg, please subscribe. Sorry to interrupt you. It's very important that you subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Now Højbjerg needs to be sacked.
Why? What are you seeing? Because the people at home...
he's not even goal side.
That beautiful. He's
not goal side,
He's
Boris.
out-muscled Tomiyasu. He's got a lovely cushioned header straight into the roof of the net, into the wrong net.
How are you not goal side?
Is
You're a
that a
Premier League
penalty on
footballer.
Kulusevski?
Yes.
Because Trossard's not looking at him and
only-
he's running past him, but he does clip him.
Do you know why it might not be? Because I feel like Kulusevski makes a decision to go down.
He loves.
I think there is contact, and if he goes down naturally, I think it's penalty.
It's Tom Daly FC. They're diving all over the place. These idiots. Look at this.
The thing is, though,
Rubbish.
I don't think he did. I think he tried to play on you.
No, he's
Because he tries to play the ball.
soft as
to
I think he
anything, Ad.
decides
It's
to go
so
down
soft.
at some point.
And also, when you're running past someone and they hit both of your legs together, you're
You
going
can't
down.
stay up. Yeah,
you're going
Especially
down.
at the pace that Premier League footballers
Yeah.
move. This touch from Bukayo Saka is exquisite. Exquisite.
I think you were right about the
Turned Ben
defender. though.
Davies too
Who was
easy,
it that
easy.
said they should have kept him on
Kept
his right
him on his
foot?
right foot. That's what I said. Like, you know what Bukayo Saka wants to do. You know that he doesn't fancy it on his right, and you know that he's lethal with his left. So force him to hit it with his right, even if he scores with his right.
Look at this defending, man.
Where are the team? This is Postecoglou. Where are the defenders? Why is there nobody in this picture? Why are there more Arsenal players in the picture that we're looking at than Tottenham players? And we're including the
That's
Tottenham
too
goalie.
easy. That's too easy from the Ben Davies.
Davis, useless.
He's a lemon, isn't he?
Absolutely
He's a sack of
lemon.
potatoes, isn't he?
Absolute lemon. I'd go, yeah. I mean,
Just a sack of potatoes.
and look, do you know, this is the other reason why Postecoglou needs to be held to account for this.
6 yards out.
Everything that we said about Postecoglou beforehand,
his
not being
defending.
pragmatic.
Look at this.
Mate, this is the thing about Arsenal, right? Arsenal this season have
Bullying
been...
Vicario.
Arsenal this season have been lethal at set pieces. Their whole
Leaf
thing
in the
this
Visa
season
records.
has been set pieces, set piece galore. They have been brilliant at set pieces. They brought in that set piece coach. Ben White makes himself a nuisance. Gabriel Saliba, the quality of the delivery, set pieces, right? Learn them, defend them. You know what they're going to do. There is absolutely no surprise that they've scored 2 goals from set pieces.
of course not.
It's like when Arsenal battered us the other day. Don't allow Odegaard all the time on the ball. Because if you
watch
allow
the
him,
Chelsea game, why are they not coached after that to be a bit more
because
defensive?
Postecoglou is
corner
not the manager that
situations?
everybody likes to think he is.
crazy.
Postecoglou is not the bloke.
Did you see that in the Chelsea game? I don't know if we covered it. There's a moment where I think it's Saliba's pushing Enzo Fernandez so that everyone's played on side.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
see that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really not worked for him. But look, with regard to Tottenham, look, Chelsea and Tottenham, nobody's done well against Arsenal, right? They've done worse because they had our experience to use.
2 weeks off and they're at home.
And they had our experience. So Postecoglou would have gone, here, lads, they just slapped Chelsea up. You better be aware of this. You better be on top of
Unless
this.
he thought, oh, it was only Chelsea.
No, he didn't. He thinks, do you know what, mate? I know how to play football. This is how the game's going to be played. This is the only way that you can play. And we're not going to amend our style. Nothing. That's what he did. That's what he did.
You sound like Alf Ramsey.
He's not
from
prag-
Neighbours.
That's what I'm going for.
You're giving me home and away vibes.
He doesn't try, and he doesn't try and amend his system. It's so arrogant, and it's so
Is
basic.
it arrogance or is it idiocy?
What do you make of this from Vicario on Ben White? I'm just showing him the clip where Ben White's pulling at his gloves on the 40-minute mark.
No, that's what he.
Does the keeper not have to be stronger here and just go...
No, he gets sent off. He gets sent off. Ben White is
Nah,
being.
keepers get away with that in the box.
Ben White is.
You think that's a foul?
No, Ben
not a
White.
foul, no,
Ben
no.
White is doing brilliantly. It's annoying, but Ben White, that's brilliant. That's what you want from Ben White.
Okay,
What, is he taking his gloves off?
I got
Trying
some
to undo
super
the
chats.
Velcro.
I've got to
I've
read
done
out
the
some of
Velcro
these super
like that.
I
chats.
love that, man.
Thomas
He's a
Hernandez with
shithouse.
another poem. In the realm of passion's game, Buvey's known for his fame. With every move, he leaves his tag. Buvey, the legend, the ultimate shag.
Wow.
Who's that from?
That's from
Do I-
Thomas.
One of my exes.
Do I know? Yeah, I nearly said a name then as well. I caught myself. I'm not joking. That is the most professional moment. Hang on, I'm an adult. It just happened there. I nearly just
Thank God
went,
it just happened. I've not seen it in about 6 years.
well, mate, you're very lucky. I could go back, so be careful. I could just go.
What? So you show some professionalism. That's nice of you, Royce, to show some
I came so
professionalism.
close to saying her name, and then I
What do
just
you
went.
mean? What are you on about? Yeah,
We've
don't
also
say
got
it.
another one.
You're
We've also got another one here. Just because Jeremy says, just because your head weighs 20 pounds, Buvey. This one isn't a poem. I thought it was.
No glasses, no.
Buvey doesn't mean that
Come on,
normal
paraffin.
human heads are built the same. Give
crisis of offence.
Odegaard a break. Buvey just blanked all of it.
I'm listening to you, mate. I can multitask.
Arsenal going for a 7th away clean sheet in a row.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Do you guys believe footballing IQ among players on average is lower in today's game than the 2000s? If so, why?
Footballing IQ. I do.
Individual footballers.
No, I don't think football.
I think managers have more.
At the moment, to be totally honest with you, I don't think football at the moment is. I don't think footballers are very good at the moment. I don't think we're living. Maybe a decade ago, we were living an era of icons, right? We were properly living it. I definitely don't think. Is it fair?
Yes, please.
I definitely don't. I've never seen you drink a pint of lager before.
Yeah, man.
I don't think that we're living in an era of greatness.
Slam the door, it's all right.
I don't think we're living in an era of greatness now. If you go back, I don't know, to the era when it was Rooney and Lampard and Gerrard and Ronaldinho and I don't think we're living that anymore at the moment. I feel like it's quite a basic level.
If you just looked at Barcelona's team, for example, outside of Messi, you had players that would have won Ballon d'Ors and other times just
Completely.
based off individual.
Completely.
Such a Man United's team around them eras, like Chelsea, like everyone.
Yeah.
But I do think it's more about the team now.
Yes, no, it is. It's also more about being an athlete following instruction rather than being a mercurial, unpredictable footballer.
So because they ask if footballers' IQs are better. So do we think because the coaching's got a little bit more developed that their IQs might be better?
No, when we say IQ, we mean on the football pitch, right? When we're talking about IQs here, we're not talking about are they going to pass the Mensa test? We're talking about is their footballing IQ heavy? No, I don't think that's any different. I think it's very sneery to say it is. Look, players who are now seen as being dumb, for example, I don't agree with this, but I don't think people think Paul Merson is an intelligent man. Paul Merson is an incredibly intelligent footballer. He's an incredibly intelligent footballer. Some people would contest how intelligent he is as a man, but as a footballer, he's elite. Booth, do me a favour. Just open that again and really whack it because it didn't quite pick up on a mic. Yeah. If you really whack it. But no, I don't think footballers' IQs now are better than before. Bread.
Wolfie.
He's talking. Stop interrupting.
I don't think footballers' IQs. We're talking about footballers' IQs. I'll just fill you in while you swallow. I think.
Yo, that is wild, You're going to fill him in while he swallows. That is mad. That is mad.
Don't repeat it, Adam. You're a fucking child.
That is mad.
You got the joke.
He wasn't even joking. He just
Don't
said
repeat
it normal.
it.
He's going to fill you in while you swallow it.
You said it 3 times. You're a fully grown man. You pay taxes and stuff.
I love him leaning back in his chair with a mouthful of bread.
It's the driest bread ever.
Yeah.
It's the driest bread
He's
ever.
leaning away from his mic, but bringing it with him.
Fucking hell. They don't have to make bread in Monte Carlo, do they? Fuck me.
I know. That's what I always thought. France is great for sandwiches. You can't find a good sandwich anywhere. Bread and cheese and meats and all that.
Of all the things France good for is sandwiches.
Are you guys olive guys?
I like an olive.
I don't like an olive.
I like an olive.
Horrible.
My taste
No,
buds
I love
are
it.
mature.
Can I read out
love
a
an
tweet
olive.
that I found?
Oh, Jesus.
Is it from you?
No, it's from Adam McKola.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh, what, have you actually been doing research?
What have you...
28th of April, 2023. Nearly a year ago. More likely Arsenal finish outside the top 4 next season than challenge for the title again. Blew their chance. Don't kill the messenger, he said.
They're not going to win the league, though, are they?
But you said finish outside the top 4.
Though.
Yeah.
So 5th.
I was wrong.
Did you just go and find that? Or did
No,
someone
someone
tag
tweeted me.
Hang on, let me
Yeah,
just-
someone tweeted
Why are people snitching to Buvey?
I wish someone would do that to
Oh,
me.
Daddy Buvey, please please talk about my tweet on there. Fucking pathetic.
It was a good tweet I thought you put
My
out.
Jordan Henderson one was the best one ever.
What was that?
About
Oh, yeah,
now he's
untagged
their
it.
captain. They'll never win the league, and then they went and won the league. And then Liverpool actually contacted me to be in the documentary about it, and I was like, "Fuck off."
More
Embarrass
likely
myself
Arsenal
there.
finish outside the top
What
4.
have you got it now?
I'm tagged in it. More likely Arsenal finish outside the top 4 next season
Come on,
and challenge
Spurs.
for the title again. I love this bit as well. They blew their chance. Don't kill the messenger.
Arsenal fans are easy, isn't it?
Wow.
That was a great tweet.
It was a great tweet.
It's a good tweet.
Evergreen tweet.
Wow.
Evergreen. Yeah, you could repurpose it next year maybe.
I'll do it at the end of this season.
Oh.
Bentancur's off for Papa Sarr.
What's the point?
Yeah, these guys are rubbish.
Should have brought Højbjerg off the donkey.
Do you sack him? Is there any world he gets sacked if they don't get Champions League?
People were talking about him going to Liverpool a few weeks ago. Remember that?
But Arne
He's a Liverpool fan.
Slot was linked to Spurs last summer, so there's a kind of connection
Mate,
there.
do you know where Slot?
That's
That's
rejected someone. didn't he?
Leeds.
Leeds.
United. When Leeds United got rid
back on the way.
of Marsh, they wanted Slot, and Slot said no. Which again suggests that he's, a man of principle. He had a job to do. Didn't want to leave mid-season. Could work.
Leeds United, are they going to come up this season, do you think?
I hope so.
He's a man of principle, though, but every interview he does now as Feyenoord manager is basically saying,
What happened with
Liverpool,
Ipswich?
Please come for me.
Anyone know what happened to
Ipswich won
Ipswich?
yesterday.
They drew.
Oh, they drew.
Ipswich drew
So-
for ill.
fuck.
Leeds United beat QPR. Got beat by QPR. Battered by QPR.
Ipswich just need
Leeds
to
are
win
going
again.
Leeds are going to be in the Leeds are going to be in the playoff.
Leicester City are up. We've got to say congrats to them.
Who?
Leicester City are up.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Oh, you utter idiot! What? You start as you mean to go on, eh? Look at that, straight off the back.
You got sent. Oh my.
No, you know what? Leeds. I really hope they don't mess it up, but they could.
I do. I
No,
can do with them.
but you want them
without
back in the
for
Premier
one
League.
more
Nah,
season.
Southampton are
nah,
gonna get
nah,
battered.
You want them in the Premier
Like, there
League.
was when they came up last time, it was like I wanted them back.
No, we need
And
them
I
back.
wanted those
It's usually the
games.
side that comes sixth because they've got the momentum going into the playoffs.
No,
and
we
all that.
need Leeds back.
Did you see Plymouth
Did you
versus
see-
Millwall?
What, the girl on the pitch?
With the line.
Threatening
There's like this really
blowjobs.
thin line that the
Threatening
stewards are
blowjobs.
kind of
Threatening.
holding.
She was like threatening.
That's not a threat.
No, I know. It's a weird choice of threat. You ever threaten?
Threatened.
She kind of threatened.
Great.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, fuck off.
No,
like
but then
that.
she
And it's like,
started.
he's Plymouth
Then
fan.
she started
Wait, so
mimicking
where's the blowjobs coming
fellatio.
into it?
She started mimicking.
No, it's funny because the stewards were holding up a rope and all the Millwall fans, they pretend to be hard and all
Is she a
that.
street
And they're
fan?
kind of like holding behind the line, even though there is no line. They're like, come on then, fuck off like that to Plymouth fans. And There's nothing happening.
Was
They're
the
they're
lady
just
in
stood there.
question a Plymouth or Millwall fan?
Plymouth are in the upper tier though.
Yeah, but it
Plymouth
was
or
embarrassing.
Millwall fan?
There was like a really thin line. There was like a really thin rope. And it was like,
No, a woman walks through and she's
It
like
was
really,
rubbish.
really giving it, and then she mimics something.
How did she do it?
You know.
you're the old,
What
you've
if I
been
thought he was
Ukraine
gonna do
away and all sorts. You're the old guy. You do it.
Show us what she did.
mimicking
Because I haven't seen it. Just show us what she did.
Oh!
Declan
She
Rice
mimicked
headed over.
fellatio.
How was that?
Did she?
Mm.
Oh, fuck
I
no.
thought that's why you
I
brought
thought
it
she
up.
went like that. Come on.
No, she definitely threatened.
What, like that? Like pretending she had two.
No.
Oh, for God.
No, she
You
didn't.
okay?
Oh, that's the Tom Garrett, isn't it?
Oh, for God's sake, man.
That is, man.
Oh,
What it's known as on these streets.
bloody hell, man. Can we delete this stream when it's over? Unarchive it. No, archive it.
Unarchive it.
Is the opposite of what I want. Archive. God, I've done some streams in the past. They've all been deleted. Some big streams.
What streams?
Crazy. I don't know. They've just gone off the internet.
Right,
What,
you
don't
were
these
looking
stay
for them
up?
to make
Huge.
some clips, innit?
I don't need any content, mate. I do it myself.
Don't
Don't
they
need
s-
any content.
Don't they stay?
Don't need any repurposed content from the good old days. But yeah, it's off the internet. Yeah.
There'll be
Crazy.
some good bits there. I wanted to repurpose something after that.
There was one game in particular I love watching when you lost 6-0 to Spurs.
Oh, yeah.
Or 7-0.
6-1. actually.
6-1.
We scored one.
Oh yeah, Netflix have stolen my content as well.
What
Not
is
credited
this? What are
me.
you on about?
I'm in the Man City documentary.
Did they
I
not get in
was in
touch
the
with
Paul
you?
Pogba one.
Yeah, I'm in the Arsenal one.
Yeah.
I'm in that Arsenal one, but they got in touch with me and asked me.
Yeah,
Tottenham
Paul
fans all
Pogba
going
never asked
home.
me
look.
either.
What can I say?
But I like Paul Pogba.
Is it
as
all
well.
gone? Yeah.
What's all gone?
What is it all gone? What you were just talking about?
That rash.
A lot of them are, yeah, I think. Yeah. Sad times. But the internet is, you got to say, back stuff up, lads. That's what I'm going to say. Back stuff up.
Back it up. Is that one of your?
Does that mean we can re-upload them as ours?
You don't have them though.
Yeah, where are you going to get them from?
I got them all.
Oh, the good old days.
Good old days.
Spurs don't have any clue what they're
They're
doing.
crap.
They're getting bullied.
They're
I love that.
absolutely
That's
crap.
all. Spurs don't know.
Do you know, one thing I
They
think
don't know what
Arsenal...
they're doing. Their fans are going home from North London Derby on the 49th minute.
But
Look at
don't
the
worry,
empty seat.
Tottenham fans. You can go for a skywalk.
Yeah, that's pathetic.
They had some geezer on the roof of the
Oh, come and
stadium
walk
just
on
before the
our
game,
rim.
waving flags around. Where's he now? Close up on that geezer.
He's on the
Coming
Victoria
down
line.
like Boris Johnson.
Mate, that is so funny. That is so
It's
funny.
2-0
Just
Bournemouth.
hung there.
But he knew what he
With
was
the
doing, though.
ultimate
It was
wedge.
fake, though. He
Yeah,
knew
he's
he
like
was
that.
being a
No,
clown.
no. Do you know the...
Yeah, but he knew what he was doing. That's the
Yeah.
point. It was all political, man.
Quite clever, yeah.
He knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah, he's just like
It wasn't.
us.
It's funnier when it's a pure accident. When it's a pure
to
accident.
want to happen.
It's like how he messes his hair up if it goes on
It's
the
all-
TV
it's all
and
an
stuff,
act.
innit? He tries to see. One sec. Spurs on the attack.
Oh.
Why do we even comment?
There's
on
no point.
Spurs'
There's no point
things?
commentating
No
on Spurs.
point.
This Spurs end. Let's not commentate on it.
Oh, we got another.
Let's talk about Netflix
We got
or something.
another poem, so let's talk about that.
Great.
Oh, for Buvey?
I'll just read it
You
out.
watched
shall I?
Baby Reindeer
Thomas
yet?
Hernandez, thank you very much for your
Four, yeah. I've done four.
second.
I watched the
super
fourth
shout out
episode. I had to go out for a walk because it upset me a lot.
Fourth
You'll know,
episode.
you'll know
I
the
watched-
pub it's set in
I
as
watched,
well.
yeah, it's a Holy Arms.
Of
Yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah.
I watched the 4th episode of Baby Reindeer, set in a pub in Camden.
Is that
Town.
where they filmed it, you mean? Or
No,
is
no,
it,
the pub is
the
not.
story
that
itself
isn't.
is
That
the
is
Holy Arms.
the story
Yeah,
itself is a Holy Arms.
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah. So
pub
you-
is
yeah.
that pub doesn't.
I haven't seen that, but we've
Mate,
got,
the
we've
fourth-
Baby Reindeer.
The
Adam,
fourth,
watch
the
it.
4th episode, I watched it. I actually had to go out for a walk because it was so upsetting.
I've been
and
watching This
traumatising.
Town, based in Birmingham, on BBC iPlayer about Irish and that. It's good. Thomas Hernandez says,
It's not just Peaky Blinders.
no. In the art of swallowing,
Oh,
Buvey's
it you?
prowess
It is for you,
shines
this
we were
bright.
talking about a great Netflix drama, and you fucking going about swallowing.
It's Soup Chat, gotta read it out.
Why do they always come to you with
I
this?
don't get it.
In the art of swallowing, you can't interrupt me now as well. It's a Soup Chat. It's a tenor as well.
Come on, then. You keep talking then.
In the art of swallowing, Buvey's prowess shines bright.
Shut up, man. We're on holiday.
With each gulp, he conquers his appetite. With grace, he swallows, never to wallow. Buvey, the master of the swallow.
That's a weirdo.
How much should we get paid for that?
Got
it's
$10 for
the
that.
girl from Baby Reindeer. That's what it is. You see, she posted on Facebook about them.
No.
You don't mind me saying this? Obviously, it's not related.
I've seen up to episode
not a
4, so
spoiler.
don't tell me anything beyond
But
episode
she,
4.
yeah.
What?
She's kind of
What? The girl?
has actually basically posted about what her
No.
thoughts are about the show. It's mad.
Okay, I've got to
Not
find
the club.
out.
I hope not. Anyway, fuck me.
Penalty.
Not a penalty, is it?
It's not a penalty now.
No, I don't think I've seen an hour of telly that has affected me
Yeah, yeah.
as much as that 4th episode.
I can't gauge if it's amazing like The Wire or it's
Do
shocking.
you know?
like
Do you know what I want to know?
I don't know if
I
it's
want to
like
know who
shocking.
the writer. I want to know who the TV
Irreversible
writer
style
is.
shocking.
It's
You know
him.
No, sorry. You know the writers whose house he goes to in Swiss
Oh,
Cottage.
sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's in Swiss Cottage. I recognise the block.
They think they found him.
That's a free kick.
The
not a
writer.
pen. The
in real
foul
life.
happens
They
outside the
think.
box, if anything.
What did he write? You talk to, I need
Yeah,
to hear
yeah,
this.
Do it
man.
out off camera. Arsenal are in
They scored again,
4-0.
I'm going.
These guys are idiots.
That's a goal.
I'm going home.
Oh,
What a save! Vicario finally
About
does
time
something.
he turned up anyway, the dick. Saka with a good shot. Saved by Vicario. He doesn't look like a keeper, does he?
He's small. He's just offside. Shea Given vibes, isn't he?
Nah, Shea Given looked more like a goal.
I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
people
well,
have
thicker.
been really, really nice about Vicario. Like I rate him. I rate him highly. I think he's done well, but
that's a
not
save.
as
That's a
as
great
well
save.
as.
Look at this, Ross.
David De Gea in his prime.
You know-
say that with
Don't
his
say
feet.
that. You
With
can't
his
get a
feet.
contract.
Nah, David De Gea used to always
Why
do
can't you
that.
get a contract if he's that good?
I said in his prime, you
Yeah, but
knob.
I'm
Listen.
saying, I'm asking you as a football fan, why can't
Because
you
he
get a
don't want
contract?
to. He wants to chill with his
Oh,
missus.
he wants to chill.
Yeah.
He's in his prime,
He's
apparently.
relaxing. I said in his prime.
When's
He
his prime?
saved like that. I
When's
didn't
his
say
prime?
he's still in his prime.
When's his prime?
Boof, you give
Come on,
me
give me a year.
fucking angina.
Give me a year.
And China.
Can I have a year?
swear
His
to God,
prime.
man.
Prime De Gea, give me a year at least, please. Come on. For the sake of football debate.
2014, 15, 16. That was 17.
The Dave Saves era.
Without him, we were fucked.
You'd have another keeper and you'd just be as average
We
as you are
would.
anyway. Oh.
That's a shit corner, that. It was like their first corner for the goal. It was
Angina.
a bad corner. Which worked well.
I give you angina.
Yeah, man, you make my heart hurt.
Move! There's nobody doing anything.
Oh,
Tottenham,
you lot
they're
are shit,
useless.
Spurs. You know what? Arsenal have rattled them into this game to just looking for fouls.
Do you know?
Yeah,
do you
That's
know-
how much
do you
Arsenal
know
have
if you
rattled
were?
these
You know if you
bellends.
were Tottenham, if you're a Tottenham player in that dressing room at half time, as much as you have been rubbish and the game's over and your fans are furious and Arsenal fans are taking a piss in the corner, you do have an opportunity, right? You're 3-0 down. You could make a bit of history.
Just foul everyone.
No, draw
Oh.
3-all.
Yeah.
Draw 3-all. Do what Man City
They
did
did
to
it before at Emirates 4-4, innit?
just make something happen. Like be spectacular.
Also, if they get the first goal here, the crowd
Exactly.
You talking about John Macken, 4-3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
He's
What was
better
the
than
4-4?
Haaland.
Was that
He
Spurs?
told me that. What 4-all?
Arsenal Spurs
was there a
4-4.
4-4
David
at
Bentley?
Emirates.
Yeah, but they weren't 4-0
David
down.
Bentley?
Oh, were they not?
No. They weren't 4-0 down. I think
It
they
goes
were
like
winning. They were
1-1,
winning.
like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
1-1.
Yeah, David
They were
Bentley
definitely
put.
losing like 4-2.
David Bentley put them. No, David Bentley made it 2-all, I think. And then who was it at the very end? Aaron Lennon.
Yunus Kabul.
Aaron
Aaron
Lennon.
Lennon, yeah,
Aaron
yeah.
Lennon. And there's a Tottenham fan who was on the pitch in those celebrations. Like the Tottenham fan like breaks onto the pitch to celebrate. He would have got a 3-year ban, but that's like the best 3-year ban ever.
You
Isn't it?
don't always get a 3-year ban, you know.
You probably do.
Just saying from experience.
Give me a club David Bentley played for that wasn't in England.
Wasn't it?
the
He went to
Turkish one.
Russia. Was it Russia? or
That Turkish team with the
I know this for
carrot
some
blue.
reason.
Did he go to?
I don't know why I know this.
Did he
from
go to Angie Mac? No,
No.
Turkish team
Trabzonspor.
with-
He might. Is
might
Ross,
be Trabzonspor.
the Russian one is Rostov. Played in Rostov.
Can I check now?
I don't know if he went to Turkey, did he?
I knew he was in Russia. I thought it was that.
I thought it was only one. I thought it was
I thought he
Rostov.
went like, when Samuel went and they were all living
Angie,
in
yeah.
Angie. No Turkey.
Just Rostov, yeah. They had Yuri Zhirkov, Chelsea
Yuri
player.
Zhirkov, yeah.
Roberto Carlos in midfield.
Yeah.
Willian.
Yeah, we were talking about Mudryk about this because there used to be a time where in Ukraine and Russia you'd pick up class players, especially when they were doing well in the Champions League. And you got Mudryk and he...
Well,
like, where's he come
Shakhtar Donetsk. Shakhtar Donetsk was a gateway for a lot of Brazilians, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fernandinho.
Willian, Fred.
Yeah.
Then Chelsea come along, spend more than all the other clubs, and they get the
Wagner
worst players. Crazy.
Wagner Love,
Do you see his shot against Aston Villa went for a throw-in?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about Mudryk that we haven't said 100 times. Like,
Can we say it again, though? Because it is quite funny.
I mean, he's just not a Premier League player, is he? Like, there's nothing about him as a Premier League player. I mean, I don't know. I watched QPR Leeds the other night, right? I had it on. I honestly don't know that Mudryk is that level.
Devil's advocate. If he signed for Arsenal, would we be seeing a different player in a much more settled
I don't think so.
environment?
I wish he signed for Arsenal, and I wish we got Trossard. I think Trossard's wicked.
What my point is here, like, wouldn't Trossard...
You wanker!
That's ridiculous, man.
Pedro Porro, they bang on about him, don't they?
He has been good this season, but
Well, they bang on about him, I tell you.
It's not because of his shooting, though.
Porro's just shot from the edge of the box. It's gone for nearly a throw-in.
Like
It went
Mudryk's.
backwards.
It's just like
Yeah, it's almost like
just a wallop.
He went
wasn't
over his head.
Yeah.
it? See, I,
Look how depressed they are.
Tottenham fans.
You got to bounce. By this point, you got to bounce.
They'll be crying in Chick Key in a few minutes.
Yeah, you've got to be gone. I would be so gone. I'd been in the pub at half time.
You said 4.
No, if I was a Tottenham fan, if I was a Chelsea
right.
fan, and in this game, if Chelsea were
Saka, good
playing,
run.
I'd be
Got the ball
gone.
out
3-0
wide for
down,
Trossard.
away from home at
Trossard
Tottenham.
into the box. Shot blocked by Romero.
I think Arsenal will look back and be frustrated they didn't bring Partey back quicker.
Yeah.
But you're saying this like you've already won the league, my friend.
No, they will be frustrated and they'll have sleepless nights if they don't
You're
win the
saying
league.
they've won.
They got a huge
Knocking
chance.
it about so well.
They've got 7
Odegaard,
clean
stop
sheets
it.
in a row away from the home.
Yeah, they're
They ain't
amazing.
worried about nothing.
At the
bro.
moment, well, they
You need
should
to be
be.
worried.
He just launched him
We
on the
Oh,
should-
you
floor.
pussy, oh. Get up, man.
He did just launch him on the floor.
Yeah, good. Because you shouldn't be falling over like that.
Someone pushes you off balance. Very difficult to keep you
Nah,
back.
you
I
shouldn't
mean,
have
I've got
fell
a low
over for
centre of gravity. I'd be all right, but you'd go over.
You'd like bounce back up like
No,
a
you-
bowling
you-
ball, innit? You'd be like
You'd go over.
swinging around like
All,
this. Like you got sand in the bottom
all
of your holding you
gangly and
down.
spread eagled on the floor.
No, Peter Crouch scored that overhead kick.
Kai Havertz had a great chance there. Should have controlled it, really. It could be 4 or 5. Could be 4 or 5 the way they're playing.
Mate, I mean, it's likely to be 4 or 5 now.
Yeah,
It's
the way
not a
it's
particularly
going.
bold prediction. I think it's more likely to be 5 than.
I can't believe how bad they've been. Look at this shit,
They're
man.
shit. They can't
You guys are
pass wins.
shit. I can't stand these idiots, man.
I really do want, and it won't be this. You know, certain managers, they just get away with it, don't they? I guarantee you that off the back of this shambolic, embarrassing performance from Tottenham, the papers tomorrow, broadsheet, tabloid newspapers, the airwaves, nobody will be saying Ange Postecoglou is at a mare. Nobody will be saying Ange Postecoglou should be responsible for this. There'll be a million reasons. They'll be focusing on the disallowed goal from Van der Ven.
Oh, Megsy!
They'll be focusing on the disallowed goal from Van der Ven. Nobody will be focusing on Ange Postecoglou getting it so wrong.
And the penalty they'll be focusing on.
Yeah, the penalty just before, and also the fact that there was a potential foul in the build-up to the Saka goal. They'll focus
That's
on
what
that.
I mean, that penalty.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I thought you also meant the penalty. There was another one, wasn't there?
God, they're all over them.
Tottenham. What was the other penalty that they thought?
Spurs can't get
Was
out
it
of
that
that.
in the same incident?
I think it was that one.
Same incident. The when he tripped slowly,
Yeah.
Kulusevski.
Runs across him at the back.
Basically, I think there won't be an inquest about the manager because for some reason it doesn't happen like that.
He's a media darling, isn't he?
Oh, they're
really is,
taking the
man.
piss, bro.
Arsenal have
They are
been
giving it the Olays
absolutely
in your own
superb.
backyard.
But the way they won the ball back from Spurs in their own
Spurs are
half.
so
They are taking the
rattled,
piss.
man.
They are.
Physically, they're so much more dominant. They're
Spurs are
quicker
just
than
gonna kick him.
Spurs.
Watch, he's going to boot him.
You can't catch him to
I
kick
think,
him.
I think, I think
You
they're
can't
fitter
catch him
side
to
lads.
kick
I
him.
think physically they got
That's
more
shocking,
about
man.
them.
I think
Told you Antonio Valencia's better than him.
also, I think in every metric, Tottenham are just second best. You fuck. Tottenham are just so second best. Like, you know what Adam's saying there? They're going to kick them. They can't kick them because they'll get beaten up. Arsenal are stronger than them. They're better players than them. If they want to mix it, Arsenal will mix it. If they want to play football, Arsenal are better at football. Arsenal are more lethal in front of goal. They don't concede. Look! No, they are actually taking the piss. Tottenham need to do something about this. This is actually a joke. This is actually...
Fair play to Arsenal. Man.
No, Arsenal are...
This is so good. Away
Mate.
from home against your biggest rivals.
Oh, my.
And you're death by 1,000 passes.
Can you imagine being in the away end now?
Can you imagine
doing a conga?
Can you
Do a conga
imagine
in the
being in
away
the
end?
City changing room right now? Does this affect it? How they're winning? Do you think it affects it in terms of the stature of the
I'd like-
3-0, 4-0?
Congas in away ends. I remember we were so fed up at the end of the Moyes era. We were doing congas in away end. Like 1-1 against Southampton.
With regard to the impact that this has on Man City, I'd say minimal.
No, it keeps the pressure.
Forest is...
No, in terms of the way that Man City approach the game, though, I would say that this...
But I do think, you know what it is, though, with the title races from history and experience. You know, so they would have been thinking Spurs will get a draw here, at least.
They would have definitely been
And
looking
then
at
when
this
Arsenal
fixture as
win, you
one of
go,
the ones where it could happen.
You know what I mean? You kind of have that.
But regardless of this result, pretend this finishes 3-3. Man City need to win the game.
Yeah, of course.
But there are ways... We smashed Norwich once. Carlos Tevez came back. And I think you dropped points to Everton that week. But we absolutely smashed Norwich in a whole different way. I think it's something like that. And there was a game where we put so much pressure on them, and then they dropped points. I think it was a 4-4 draw with Everton, something like that.
Yeah, we were
Old
winning
Trafford.
4-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
But
yeah.
we were
Fellaini.
able to
Fellaini.
turn the screw because Mancini brought Tevez back into the fold.
Yeah.
Get up, man!
Tottenham make a massive error, I think.
You know, if I
Putting
was
the
a
away-
Spurs fan
put-
watching this, I'd be so
Maddison,
mad, bro.
Maddison.
I would've
Get
been so
up, you
soft, innit?
fucking melt.
pussy, man.
Madison. So soft.
What? Let's have a look what happened and
So-
break it down. Let's
so-
just actually see in daylight what happened now.
You're letting Tommy Yasu have you up like that, bruv.
Madison. He's
Diving.
just so lightweight.
Absolute
He's
fringe.
so lightweight.
He's
isn't he?
diving with a mullet.
Do you know what he reminds?
That's how rattled they are. They're just trying to get people sent off.
He's diving with a mullet ad.
He ain't got a mullet.
That's what.
Is that a
Yeah,
mullet?
has he got a
Yeah,
fucking
so, I mean,
mullet?
Adam, he's definitely got a mullet.
Yeah.
Isn't the mullet when you have long hair coming
what
off
he's got.
it?
That's what he's got a mullet.
It looks faded in like
No.
What?
old
Why?
school mohawk.
He's cultivating him. It's
Why
not
are we
quite
breaking
Chris-
down
it's
what
not
kind of
quite
haircut
Chris
he's got?
Waddle
Wow,
yet.
what else we got to do about Spurs?
This is a mate,
Break
this
down
is-
their great
This is a
football.
show of analysis. We're gonna
Yeah,
and
we're talking about if it's a mullet or not, or if it's a fade, a one on the back and sides.
your pronunciation, not via
Mullet.
your dialect, just the way that you pronounce in the word
Yeah,
is
yeah.
off.
It's
It's not mullet.
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 It's
Mullet. It's not mullet.
not mullet.
What is it then? Say it.
Oh, mullet.
Mallet.
No. Oh,
Timmy Malley.
Mullet.
I don't think it's mull.
What is it?
It is, Mo.
It's
Mullet.
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 There we go.
Mullet.
Yeah, mullet.
It's like the guy
Mullet.
Icky
Get off
Breaky
your
Heart.
dick,
Who sang?
get off.
Who sang
off.
Cardi, Thingy Jepsen? What's his name?
Boo.
Icky Breaky Heart.
Oh, boo.
His name was Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah, he looks like Billy Ray Cyrus. Send him back to Norwich City where he belongs, the idiot. Fucking moron.
I just can't believe how soft James Maddison is.
Softest guy in the
do you-
league.
Do you know who James Maddison's best mate is? And again, I kind of judge him for this. Ben Chilwell. Can you imagine those two having a drink? Imagine those two in the pub together.
you see Ben
and
Chilwell getting
Maddison,
rejected
both
by that
dressed like
OnlyFans girl?
gimps with their man bags.
There's an OnlyFans girl saying, "Oh,
He's what,
Ben
his mate?
Chilwell's no, a different one."
Oh, he's got to score. And
Spurs are
he
in.
has. Mate, if that goal has... If that...
Boo.
Mate, the keeper has just gifted. The keeper has just gifted a goal. Now there's half an hour. That could...
He was that look like Raya. That's not true, is it?
Raya. I thought you meant Romero. I can't look at it. Hang on. I mean,
No, you
maybe
don't-
Romero more.
I don't mind looking like Romero.
You don't know.
I don't think
like
you look,
Raya's
you don't look.
nose.
You don't look like Raya. You don't like Raya's
Yeah,
nose.
that's good, yeah. I don't want to look like...
What's
Oh,
he doing?
you're so
He's trying
bad.
to toe poke it on his left foot.
Good finish.
That's so bad.
Come on, get another one, Spurs. This is
Mate, it's going to be
Oh
really
my
funny.
God.
It's going to be because also
What's he doing?
everyone's been so nice about this keeper. Like he's the best thing, and the
why is
he's won the
Romero that-
Golden Gloves already.
Why is he that high at the pitch?
I don't
Why is
know.
Romero there in the first? It's weird.
I don't know.
Why? Why is it? A
What
corner?
happened
I
just
just sent him
before?
up, innit? Just cause havoc.
Do you think?
Bro, these are rattled, man. Spurs are rattled, bro.
Yeah.
Mate, go on.
Come on, get another goal.
Come on, you Spurs!
Come on, Heung-min.
Come on.
Go on, cry baby boy.
That's a foul.
Fuck off
Aye.
with Richarlison, you soft sod. You know what's the funniest thing about Richarlison is when, remember when Everton fans did that coach thing?
Yeah, Richard.
Richard Arlison.
Yeah.
and they sold tickets.
saw that
to,
video
Liverpool
recently,
fans
actually.
For,
Is it a
for the
video?
final.
Is there a video of that?
Well, the thing is,
No,
the
the
Liverpool
girl
fan
with the
filmed
hat on
it.
that, yeah.
She made a TikTok about it, thinking it was going to go viral for how much they got mugged off. And all football fans use it now forever. It's on Twitter. I saw it repurposed after West Ham.
Oh, what did she? So
She
who put it up? A
well,
Liverpool
we're
fan set
here
up?
waiting on the corner of this street or whatever, waiting for Rich Arlison or whatever his name is to come down and drive us to, where is it, Turkey or what?
France.
France, Paris or whatever.
Paris, yeah.
She filmed all of it. She vlogged it.
And did it?
You can see it.
Oh right, I'll watch it.
She's there like, oh, we're waiting for the bus.
You've never seen her.
Yeah.
I remember the story. I don't think I've
Hat on
seen
her.
the.
It's quite funny. It's
What,
like
a Liverpool hat.
it's like,
Yes,
it's like
yeah.
a beret, isn't it? Like a Liverpool beret.
Oh, they
Oh,
got
what,
berets on.
going
Yeah,
to
yeah,
because
yeah.
you're going to
Red
Paris.
berets.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Spurs! Spurs!
Oh, nowhere near that. You know what the thing is, though, yeah?
Mate, if they can nick one.
They're still rattled, and Arsenal are super calm. They need another one to put the pressure on.
No. I think that Arsenal now will be slightly
They
just
got
because the
balloons.
momentum in the stadium.
The
will
goal
be-
came in just the right time.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
It's not a consolation. It's still a
No,
chance.
exactly. It's still
Spurs
game
have got
on.
the balloons out. Well done, lads. Oh.
I'd love Richarlison to score, do that celebration, and it's offside again. That'd be funny.
Oi,
You won't beat him there. Won't beat him there. Good recovery
given
from
a
Mickey van
foul
der Ven.
there.
Mickey van der Ven's the quickest centre back in the league by
Gabriel
country mile.
Gabriel Martinelli's a player, quite an interesting one. He's had a
Is that a bad season?
average season, yeah.
Average, yeah.
But I mean, average is the kindest word we can use as well. I think
Well,
he's-
again, he's a young player, and they're going to have peaks and troughs, right? And early on.
Oi, if
That's
he
a
had
slip,
slipped him
huh?
through properly.
How hard do you want to?
if he had
Who's
slipped
that
him
in?
in properly, man,
He
his
stopped
game
his
has
run as
suddenly
well.
come alive. No, but it was a terrible pass.
Yeah,
if he
yeah,
slips him in, he scores.
Yeah. They're loving it in the cheese room. Well done, lads. They're loving life. They've just had a bit of cheese at half time. They're getting smacked up. Now they've scored a goal.
And their beer's poor from the bottom, so even
It's
they're even
fantastic.
happier.
It's
Does
fantastic.
anyone know why that happens? Like, what's the point? I'd love to know. I know it's,
It's
not
just
quite the
quicker,
point
innit?
of
It's
this
just
show, and I'm
speed.
sorry to. Why
What's
do
the
you?
point?
Have you seen this innovation where they fill beers up from
Yeah,
the bottom
yeah.
to the
Just
top,
quicker,
from the
isn't it?
bottom to
Well, I
the
saw a
top?
video where it cracked really easily because it's
But
like
why
got a
do they
weird
do
design.
that? Why is it quicker?
Because it's fashionable.
Why does it fill up quicker from the bottom to the top than the top to the bottom? It's liquid.
Because you have to
flowing.
wait for the liquid to go all the way through the glass when you're pouring it, but as opposed from bottom to top, it's quicker.
That doesn't make any
Horrendous.
sense.
Whatever you just said.
You guys are dumb, man, honestly. If the
Whatever you
liquid's
just-
coming up, it just does that. But if you have to pour it, you have to wait for it to go down, and that takes longer.
Okay, no,
For it
no,
to
no,
come
no.
up,
yeah,
it's
he's right.
quicker.
He's right. He's
You need
right.
to go back
Is
to
that what it-
GCSE maths.
Is that what it is? So it's
Think about
basically
it. It only
it's-
has one route to do.
yeah,
up,
it doesn't have to go.
Whereas
yeah,
with that, you have to wait for gravity to take it
that's
all the way down
seconds.
like that.
That's literally
Yeah, yeah.
a
You
You have to,
millisecond.
you have to wait for gravity to take it all the way down. Like it doesn't happen instantly.
Yeah, it's a niche. It's a stupid invention. They blew their transfer
It's
budget
just
on
for
that.
people to put on TikTok and that, innit?
Exactly. They blew their transfer budget. They could have got Victor Osimhen up front. They got fucking beer bottles with holes in the bottom. They fucking idiots. And a cheese room.
Also, how does the hole in the
fucking
bottom
idiot.
of the glass?
It's like a plastic
It
glass and the
goes
middle
up
bit
and
lifts
down
up.
like a lid. It's like a lid upside
Like,
down.
imagine that. You know how a lot of glass have like that middle bit?
It's amazing.
And then the
But
middle
I
bit
saw
lifts
someone
up.
do it, and they picked it up a little bit too early, and it went everywhere.
Amazing.
I was like, you fucking
I'd
morons.
like one in my house.
You could like Kevin De Bruyne, who spent 50 million
Imagine
quid.
if I had that in my house all
You know
the
what's
time. I
good?
could save making cups of
You know what's
tea,
good?
filling it up from the
Bro,
bottom.
what you like? A Guinness Nitro Surge. They actually work. They're
What
really
the
good.
thing that you have at home with a widget?
Yeah, so if you get a can, you get
Yeah.
those cans. It
I had
actually
one there,
tastes
but
like
it was a
proper
faff
Guinness.
though.
It's not a faff.
It was a faff. It didn't.
You literally just pour it.
Mm,
Oh, but because it doesn't go from the bottom. It's
yeah,
really
no. The
slow.
thing
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had, the thing I no, no,
You're
the thing,
right,
no,
actually,
the
yeah.
thing I had, you had to put the pint glass on this plate.
Oh
that
no,
then
not
fizz-
that, not that.
Oh.
That's so you put the thing on top of the can, and then it pours it out the same way, like, and you can hear it going.
Oh no! I haven't got that.
It's
I
kinda
had
like
this thing that
pumping
you
your
put
Guinness
you put
out.
the pint glass, you pour it normally, you put it in, and it
Yeah,
like
yeah,
lights
it's on
it
like
up.
a thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, not that. We're so
City
shit.
4 points behind, mate. 4 points behind with 4 to play.
Oh, piss off!
It's all the same, innit? You got to win your games.
4 points behind. It's good
That's a
feet
good
from Havertz. There, yeah, it's a good tackle.
God, I want to smash these lot. Let's smash these lot. Send them back to League
I do
One
want
where they
Arsenal
deserve to
win,
be.
but I wouldn't mind another Spurs goal.
Nottingham Forest are a League One club when I was a kid. I don't know about you guys. We're all
Nah.
different. We're all from different.
I know
Premier
Forest
League.
Premier League.
Forest are a League One club with Calderwood and all those guys. They're a League One club. Send them back to
Colin
League One.
Calderwood, yeah.
Yeah.
Colin
But you
Calderwood.
lot
Colin
are a
Calderwood.
championship club to me.
But we're not, though.
You are though.
When you were born, we were first division.
No, but when you were
Exactly.
born, Forest were Premier League.
Yeah, if you want to use that
Really?
metric.
If you want to, when you were born, the year you were born, they would have been.
Yeah, but I'm
Premier
thinking
League.
about my childhood as well. So in my childhood, they were League One.
When you were born, Man United were probably champions, so ipso facto,
No, Blackburn
we're
were.
fucking
No,
amazing.
Blackburn were.
And he just
No,
used
Blackburn-
Latin, so you're.
No, ipso facto. What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's a badly drawn
Blackburn
boy
were.
song.
I was born in 95, so Blackburn
better from
Rovers
David
were the
Brent,
great
which is never a
champions
good
of
help.
England.
Facto. He's overhit it again.
Spurs
Is that
are
a foul? Is the ref give a foul there? No.
That neck tattoo's shocking.
mad, bro.
Yeah, neck tattoo and bleached blonde hair.
They're soft as shit. Look, Kulusevski's
Richarlison
rolling
could
around.
pass as like a women's
If the ref
footballer,
has to pull you up, you know you're a melt. If the ref has to pull you up, look at this.
That is a foul.
He stepped on his toe.
Yeah, that is a foul.
Couldn't do his metatarsal like that.
Does he give
Jack's
the
looking at you there.
Thomas Partey's got away with worse, to be fair.
Yeah, it's never a foul ipso facto if the ref gives it, sort of thing. So, yeah.
Right, 20 minutes, Tottenham. 20
That
minutes.
crisp is still in my throat.
Do you want some water?
I've choked on back-to-back shows now. It's not as bad as used to, though.
What do you mean?
What do you mean I
Things
didn't
in.
choke?
What do you want about us two?
Oh, because of you, you're swallowing. I think that's what you meant.
You want an olive beef?
No, I hate olives.
Want an olive,
Yeah,
olive?
same.
Have an olive, olive.
No. Put it away. It stinks.
I like olive oil. I hate olives.
Stinks. Why
I
put
like
that next to
olives
my
and
nose?
olive oil. I'm not eating anything at the
Jesus.
moment. I'm not in the mood.
Arsenal haven't been good in the last 5-10 minutes, have they?
That's
They've
fine for them,
Lost
though. They've won
control
the game,
of
man.
the game a little bit.
And it's good for them. They have to sit in and kind of
I think
protect now.
if Tottenham get one fairly soon, they've got, say, 10 minutes to get one, then I think there is a chance because it's very difficult once you take your foot off the gas the way that Arsenal have to put your foot back on it. It's very difficult. The momentum swings. The home atmosphere will change.
If
Spurs aren't getting enough players in the
They're
box,
also
though.
just not trying to do enough. Like Richarlison there, rather than lofting it into the box, hoping for the best, just win a corner. Like build, you know?
If Richarlison et al. Can get better, then I think they've got a fantastic chance of scoring a second one. It's
You
got to be
just-
Richarlison et al. Do you know what I mean?
Mm. Do you know if Man City win the league this year, you will have Vinny Vici'd.
Oh, Jesus. We've got Eton vibes going out here, haven't we?
Mate.
With the Latin.
I tell you what, that is Veritas. That is Veritas.
Ryan Williams with a soup chat all the way from the United States of America says, back to the mullet convo, boys.
Mullet. Why can't anybody speak?
So he got it wrong as
Not
well.
mullet.
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 It's mullet.
Mullet.
There you go.
I feel like I'm saying it the way you are.
You're all right. He's mullet. Like with the U with the dots. The
Muller corner.
umlaut.
Muller corner.
Ryan
using
Williams
the
thinks
umlaut.
it's called a Kentucky waterfall or a Tennessee top hat.
It's like Theo
He's
Von,
from
that
America.
comedian Theo Von.
He's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
I want to go see him live.
He was in
He's
London this week.
No, tickets have gone on sale this week
Oh, I
Or
thought he was
in
in
June,
London
I
this
think.
week.
because I want to go see him.
What, the O2? Is he that big
I'll
for the
go see
O2?
him in Manchester or something.
But is he O2? Is he big
I'm
enough
not
for an
sure,
O2
I'm not
venue?
sure. Probably, yeah. He'd sell
Yeah.
out a lot of venues.
Yeah, yeah.
He did a tour in Australia as well.
I like
What
him.
did he call
I
it?
watch a lot
Kentucky
of that.
what?
I watch Bad Friends, Theo Von's podcast,
He's good, yeah.
Kentucky Waterfall.
Kentucky Waterfall. People from Kentucky like a. People from Kentucky like a.
It's like the
mullet?
Tiger King, isn't it? Tiger King had one.
Was he in
Australia
Kentucky?
loves a mullet. Have you ever been Australia,
I'm not
lads?
sure.
Never Australia.
No,
it's too
no.
far.
Elliot's nodding because he's been to Australia.
I'm not going
Yeah.
I'm not going Australia.
I think it's like being in
I'll have to do a
Stranger
big
Things
brand
over
deal.
there. You know Stranger
I'm
Things,
not
how they've
going
all got muchies and the mullets.
Mullet. I'm never going.
Here we
to
go,
Australia.
Martinelli.
4-1.
So far.
Shit in it.
Piece of piss.
I think he don't like
but
playing.
He's like
Fucking
stupid.
useless, aren't they? Useless.
3-1's not. It looks better now for Spurs.
Zeke said, "Why are we on a casting couch?"
Because of Buvey.
Don't look at me like I don't even know what that means, but you're looking at me in certain ways if you know exactly what that means,
No,
which
it's
is weird
it's,
for you.
It's a suggestion. There was a theory that I believe to be true in Hollywood, where producers would have their way, and the suggestion is that
Yeah,
you.
I was unfortunately aware of that.
Oh, you just said you didn't know what it was,
Yeah,
so I'm filling you in.
yeah. Thanks,
Oh,
thanks, mate.
again. Again. Zero Fox sent a super chat, but I can't find it, and he's asked us to read it out. So if you can send me.
Send it again, mate. Make sure you send it super chat style though. Yeah. in that green.
Adam knows exactly where it is. He just wants to double bubble the the same chat.
Here we go. Let's get another one, Arsenal. Fuck it, why not? 4.
No, we either want. If Tottenham are going to lose, I want them to get battered.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're going to nick a point, I want it to happen soon. If they do nick a point, it's going to be wild.
Oh, that's a pass.
Good
by
ball from
Gabriel Martinelli.
He's decent defender from Porro, I think. And he gives it away again.
Oh my God, what is that? From
Richarlison. It's
a foul.
That's a good play by Richarlison.
Well played. Did he not give it? Oh,
That's a booking for Declan Rice as well.
Oh, man,
Richarlison was just about to take the free kick. He kicks the ball away. Declan Rice.
That's a yellow card.
If that wasn't Declan Rice,
if it was
he is going to get booked.
Media darling.
I was going to say if that was the other way round, if Richarlison did that, he'd be booked.
Declan Rice does my tits.
It's a yellow card. Don't touch him on the neck.
Don't touch me.
That's a yellow card.
Yeah, how?
Yeah,
No man's
patronising.
Like getting in and doing all this.
The thing is,
fuck off, man.
Patronising.
Do you know what I don't like? I don't even like the desperation to be friends at this stage of the game in a game of this magnitude.
That's not a
like
foul.
you're allowed to hate each other at this moment.
That's not a foul, man.
Well, he's played for
kicked
it
the
well.
ball up the line, knew he's lost it, fell over.
It's not a foul.
This is
He's
what
an
he
idiot.
needs. This is what
Fucking
Tottenham need.
idiot.
They need to build and nick something from like a free kick because they're not going to get it any other way.
McKola is a moron.
94th minute equaliser from Spurs.
Imagine.
Dreamland.
Imagine.
Dream.
I don't want it. But it would be funny. I don't know why we're sitting here quiet for this in anticipation.
Ball in. Spurs.
Not a good cross.
Oh, bloody hell.
Useless.
Bad.
They're just not about this life, are they, Tottenham? They're just not really. Even if they do something, even if they nick another one, even if they nick a result, they're just not.
I don't even think they have the belief. They can
Like, you know, earlier this season, remember at the beginning, remember the first 10 games they were unbeaten?
they were getting a lot of late wins, weren't they?
They were getting good wins as well. I remember they went away to Luton. I think Basuma got sent off and they got a late win and it felt like it was going their way. And they played 10, won 8, unbeaten. And people were actually talking about them winning the league. And I was like, wait, what?
That's a foul.
That's not a foul. That was a jump.
The first one wasn't. I thought the second one was.
Martinelli, rapid.
He'll give that one.
So stop-start this game, isn't it? There's no fluidity.
Second half, he has no
That's what
control.
Arsenal want, though.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's what Spurs were doing initially because
You want
they were
Jorginho,
frustrated.
don't you, for the moments like this? If he's fit, I don't know what his fitness is looking like. He played a lot of football around that Bayern Munich game, didn't he?
That was more of a foul than the one that he gave just before.
Just launched him. Kulusevski just launched him.
Pushed him, yeah.
God.
Was he moaning about that?
No.
Oh, fine. He gets away with murder coups after he's bang average, isn't he? Bang.
I don't think he's as good as everyone else seems to think he is. That's for sure.
And
Unlucky
Bentaker.
from
Turn.
Bang average. I think Spurs fans get a lot of good PR for their players.
Because of the
actually
history
think
of the
both those
players.
players are pretty good.
No, they are pretty good,
It's like
but that's not how
Dembele
people...
gets away with murder. Remember that Dembele? Musa Dembele.
They've always rated...
But people
Mate,
call him Xavi and all that.
Mate, do you know what?
Zidane
Mate,
levels.
I remember when Dele Alli was scoring a few goals every season. People started telling me he's better than Lampard and Gerrard.
I don't know about that. I think it was the stats in terms of
Dele
he's
Alli has scored one of the best
outscoring-
goals I've ever seen from an opponent.
Palace?
What, the Palace one?
Oh, Old
Oh, yeah.
Trafford. Yeah.
For Spurs. Like, takes a touch, brings it round.
What did you make of his England comments?
Bergkamp-esque.
He wants to play for
There's nothing
England.
wrong with having dreams and aspirations. And if you look at Ross Barkley right now, if Ross
fine.
Barkley said something similar like 3-4 years ago, you'd laugh at him. And
As a percentage
he could
chance.
potentially be
As a
selected.
percentage chance.
I mean,
100%
0.
is Harry Kane going to World Cup 2026. 0% chance from Rory.
He's Rory.
Huh?
He's Rory.
Nah.
He's 0%, not 1.
0.
There's no examples of players who have been on the fringes, lower league players.
Also,
They get to
probably
a
be different
tournament.
Manager.
Hmm?
Probably a different manager.
The concerning thing is his injury record. Despite talk about his form, his mentality, and stuff like that, and we can debate it whether it's right or wrong.
He's still at Everton.
I think it's greater than 0. It's like
What is it
I know it's a bit of a cop out. It's like 1%.
Is that Everton?
He's
He's injured.
Yeah, so he's at the Premier League club. He's out of contracts in the summer.
I mean, maybe you should have in your alarm clock start a game for Everton.
Yeah, but he has
Do you
been
know what I
injured.
mean?
He has been injured. He's been out for 7 months in injury.
Or to the back post. Oh.
Crap ball. It's right perfect for the keeper, who then sits on it for... how long do you think this will take? A minute?
Yeah, slow the game down.
Oh.
Yeah, a little floater ball with no intensity.
Nothing.
Back
Absolutely
post.
nothing.
Shit.
Yeah.
These guys are rubbish.
Like, it's such a bad cross, isn't it? It's so favourable to the keeper, that kind of cross.
Yeah,
Like, the
yeah,
keeper is just dreaming that you do that.
Yeah. One you get in training.
another
Keepers
foul.
train with those. Saka's down. He's been good today, Saka, actually.
Someone asked in the comments, what do you think about Richarlison having his own face tattooed on him? It's a bit
What?
Steve-O, isn't it?
He's
Is that what he's done?
He's got like Neymar.
What,
Ronaldo.
Steve the Madman got his own face tattoo?
Steve-O from Jackass.
Oh, I was going to say
Oh, he
that'd
does,
be
doesn't
amazing.
he? Oh, mate. Sane's got that. Leroy Sané
You
on
know
his back.
Steve-O from Jackass?
Not really.
If I gave you a guess at who he's in love with and who he wants to marry, you probably couldn't guess.
Steve-O is
Famous woman.
Oh, he used to date the
England.
girl from X Factor,
Leona Lewis.
Stacey Solomon.
Yeah.
Stacey
He
Solomon.
was in love
She's
with
with Joe
Stacey
Swash
Solomon.
now.
No, she used to be with him.
He wants to marry Stacey Solomon.
Really? Oh,
They used
I
to be
think
together.
she's with Joe.
They're broken up now.
How mental was that?
Stacey Solomon's got like 3 kids with Joe.
No, I know that. I'm just
But
saying.
they used to be together.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the one I found really weird that I didn't know this. Do you know the film The Business? Nick Love's film The Business,
Yeah.
Danny Dyer. You know the girl in that film?
I haven't watched it in years.
Have you seen?
I can't
have you seen-
picture him.
There's a very good looking girl in that film who's like the love interest, and she's very much he's Danny Dyer's character's called Frankie, and she's like, I'll pay $1,000 to fuck you, Frankie. she's now married. She married someone else.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know if I can
Just
say
for the
his
record,
name.
Rory said Harvey Weinstein.
Oh
yeah.
my.
I didn't know if I could say it.
I mean,
I think you can say it, but
I
yeah.
can't believe she married it. She was like the love interest. She's like
That's
an
crazy.
English actress.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like a normal English girl.
He's
She went
coming
over
out
to
of prison,
America
isn't he, or
and married
something?
Harvey
It's smart.
Weinstein.
He's coming out of prison.
post controversy.
No, she's got a couple of
He's
kids
in
with him.
prison. How'd you get married to someone in prison?
Mate, have you seen some women love prisoners, bro?
That is
If
true.
you were in prison,
I get
you
lots
would,
of
write
love
you would
letters.
get
murderers
love.
and
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Also, I could imagine you.
I'm still the hardest guy
You
from
could
the
eat your
Southwest.
whole family and some bird would just write you saying, "Oh, I
Well,
love
it
you."
wouldn't surprise you. I'm the hardest guy from the south of Bristol, so what do you want me to do?
So
No,
you
but-
would eat your own family?
No, but I would imagine you in prison, you would get battered.
Yeah, you said this a few times.
you
You've got a weird
You'd be
fascination
holding
with
on
it.
to someone's
You'd be,
pocket.
honestly.
you would.
Me.
You'd become someone's
I could hold
bitch.
myself in prison more than you two. Well, you'd be the smallest guy in any
All right, biatch.
HMMP prison. You'd be the smallest guy in Belmarsh history. Oh, don't do the sound effects, man. You just brought up Harvey Weinstein. Now you're bringing up sound effects in prison.
Mate, what about you? You travelled to France for a bunk up.
You're a child, man. Honestly, you're a child.
Mate,
You're a baby. You're a big baby, aren't you? You are a big baby. You are. You're
He's
a
like
big
Roy
baby.
Keane. No, Roy Keane. Who's calling him Big Baby?
Yeah, but you're always a big baby, ain't you? Right?
yeah, I know. I do. I kind of agree. I think you're right.
Martin.
Didn't even connect to it, did he? Fucking idiot.
Buvey seriously wants something to happen. On
I
the
know.
screen.
Yeah, Martinelli. I mean, that meant yeah. Anything to take it away from.
There's no
from
attention on me.
his-
I'm pretty happy sat here. I'm loving life.
Yeah, no, you're a happy man. How come you're so happy then?
Ryan Williams in the soup chat, gotta read it out, says if Buvey goes to prison, he's ruling the yard.
No,
Of course I am.
he was not ruling
But
the
you're not. You don't have the physicality, Royce.
There's rumours in the chat you're from Western Supermare, Booth.
Oh.
Well, I'm from Western Superman.
Yeah.
No. 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 Western Superman is derelict now, man.
That's a foul! Oh my god! Oh my god! Did you see?
no.
Did you see that?
Say what you see. Say what you see.
I don't even know. Mate, it's just an off the ball foul, a ridiculous off the ball foul that has to be checked. That I can't believe what I've just seen.
No
unless
one's
I've got this.
reacted to it
Unless
on the
no, they
pitch.
might. Hang on. Am I going mental? I've just seen a complete karate kick off the ball foul, and nothing's happened
In the box
And
by
none
an
of you
Arsenal
saw
player
it.
and a Spurs.
Did I even see
I
it?
kind of seen
did
the aftermath
Did a
of it.
tree fall in the woods that nobody saw apart from me? Like, what's going on
No,
here?
I saw him fall over, but I didn't think because
I've just seen,
no Spurs fans.
I've just seen the most clear-cut penalty of the day by a mile. Like, by a mile. That is a penalty.
Can we get a poll on the goal?
There's got to be a...
Oh,
There's got to be... Is that a penalty? Is that a penalty?
is that a penalty?
Play's still going on. They are
No
cutting to the ref.
one's asked about
I
it.
can't
you know?
believe that...
Get up, you idiot.
I am amazed that that is not a
The
penalty.
ball hasn't
Nothing
gone out to
happening.
play yet.
Does it have to go out for them to look at it?
Yeah.
So it can't be in the keeper's hands?
They can sometimes stop.
Yeah, they
playing.
can stop the game.
Well, he's got to go and have a look. I honestly can't believe what I've just seen. If that isn't given as a penalty, it's mental.
Let's have a look.
They're not even looking at it on Sky.
That's a penalty as well. He's been kicked in the bollocks. He's a fucking give him a
Yes,
vasectomy.
that's a penalty.
He's got a vasectomy. He's
That
giving
is
him
a
a
penalty.
vasectomy.
That is a penalty. They're reviewing
Mate,
it.
but that's two penalties.
tackle,
They're
come
reviewing
on.
it.
Royce.
Mate,
They're
they should have a
reviewing it.
penalty for the first one and the second
Oh,
one.
he's kicked him in the
You
nuts.
can't have two penalties.
They, I mean, the second one's a penalty.
It's penalty.
The second one's a penalty, but the first one's a penalty.
Sickle tackles all gone. He's going to look. I need a wee. Can I go?
Of course you can.
Go.
Wait, who are you? You think you think this is school? I can't believe the first one. Nobody's mentioning.
Look how he's just walking to the screen.
Nobody's mentioning.
What are you doing?
Nobody's mentioning the first one.
Why are you looking at a screen, man?
Do you see what the problem is?
But they haven't shown us
But
the
listen up with this. Listen, he's given the penalty. Listen up with this ridiculous situation, right? Ultimately, if you allow play to go on, you get robbed of 2 penalties. There've been 2 things that they should have had 2 penalties.
But how can they have 2?
No,
We don't know if the ball would have gone back in the box if they scored.
That's why you have to stop the game when there's 1 penalty. Because if you play on, you don't.
No, but ultimately they've got a penalty.
Look at the Arsenal fan, he's crying.
But they haven't been rewarded. They deserve 2 penalties.
Okay, yeah, but
we don't know if
get fouled in the box
the ball
twice.
would have gone
Because
back
the
in. It's a
second one
butterfly
wouldn't have
effect.
happened if
We
the
don't know.
game gets
Yeah, we don't know,
stopped.
Royce.
the second one doesn't happen.
But you
if
are
the
right.
game
The
gets
first
stopped.
one should have just been done like that.
Son misses this and cries. He
Mate,
gon'
No
cry.
spoilers. No
Scores.
spoilers,
If
lads.
he scores
Where's
this,
Raya going? Clever, actually. He stood there too long.
Son's crying.
It's like Bernardo Silva.
They'll have 2 more chances now after this. There's enough time. They'll have 2 or 3 big
do you know what
chances.
they'll have? They'll have 1.
And
They'll
they'll have a lot
have
of
1
time
that
added
is
on,
a
yeah.
definite. Richarlison has to score, does he or not? That's what's going to happen. It's dropped straight to the feet of.
Heung-min's son
Fucking
has scored his last 5
Pedro
penalties.
Porro or something.
4 of them,
Højbjerg.
he's gone to his left, and 1 of them he's gone to the middle. Raya will know that he favours the keeper's right,
Raya's busy.
Son's left.
Raya's very busy on that
Let's
line.
see what happens here.
Doing the old Bruce Grobbelaar.
Come on, son. Come on.
He gon'
Does he
cry
score?
in the car.
Yeah.
Does he score, Adam?
He hasn't missed a
Does he
single.
score? Yes or
He
no?
misses. I said he misses 2 minutes ago.
Buvey says he scores. I think he scores.
Bottom left.
Come
What
on.
was the odds you get?
Come on, Heung-min.
3-1.
Scored.
Oh, that's a great
Sent the
penalty.
keeper the right way as well and then still scored. So there's 10
3-2.
minutes here. 10 minutes.
Have Arsenal bottled it?
I mean, if this ends 3-3, it's an absolute
Mentality from Arteta, lads. Great penalty. I wish Bernardo Silva had done something like that.
It's a great penalty. I think it's always the hallmark of a good penalty when it hits a side net.
Yeah.
If you hit the side netting, like also, it's always a hallmark of a good penalty when the keeper goes the right way and gets nowhere near it.
Yeah.
You're terrible at saving penalties, aren't you, in goal?
What do you mean?
You're just
You
really...
mean City?
No, you personally, in goal for penalties.
When have I been in goal for penalties?
In Ireland when you broke your metatarsal. No, it wasn't your metatarsal, was it? What was it?
No, I twinged my knee.
Your ACL, that was what
I
you...
could feel my ACL go. On my life. Look at Richarlison and Gabriel. Yeah, look at this Brazilian connection going on here.
Who's getting stuck in there? Basuma, was it?
Michael Oliver has to defend you. Okay, now.
Mate, there's going to be the chance. The chance is going to come.
Cannot wait.
Oh, look, that is a foul for Gabriel. No, but Gabriel stands in his way.
at least
Richarlison
a
does the
yellow.
right thing. Look, Gabriel blocks him off and he just charges through him. Richarlison does the right thing there.
And Richarlison's gone down.
Gabriel is not... No, Richarlison's gone down to avoid a booking. He went down as
Yeah,
well.
I know, but it's pathetic, isn't it? It's pathetic.
I've got no complaint with what Richarlison did there. That was quite good. Adam, you'd have liked this. You know when they take kickoff, they try to do that really quick thing. Richarlison stands basically as close as he can and charges at the ball.
Yes.
Gabriel tries to block him, and Richarlison just like goes through him like he's a juggernaut. Goes like Miley Cyrus, like a wrecking ball straight through him. They both go down.
Kyrill's coming on.
And Arsenal get the free kick.
There's loads of little
Odegaard off.
Kiwi or they're going
Pure
defensive
defence
innit?
now. Pure part of the bus.
man. Odegaard controls the team and the tempo and the
They haven't
possession
been
and
able
everything.
to in the last 30
This
minutes.
is
But if you take Odegaard off, you're less likely to do that. It's like Liverpool. It's like City when they had David Silva needing to control a game and going, let's take him off.
Yeah, I know.
Lo Celso on as well, by the way. Remember Lo Celso when they signed him? The fanfare around him.
Yeah.
Who's that? That's Brian
looks like
Gill.
from the
Brian
Beatles.
Gill from the Bee Gees. yeah. How deep is your love?
They're all dead now, aren't they, the Bee Gees?
No, is it?
Robin Gibbs and all that.
Is
The
it?
Gibb brothers.
Nice.
Rest in peace.
Are they all brown bread? Yeah.
I think they're all dead.
What, every Bee Gee?
I think every Bee Gee. There might be one, but I think they're all
One
dead.
remaining
I think
Bee
they're all
Gee.
dead. I think they're all dead.
We should go and find him, the one remaining Bee Gee.
They're from England, aren't they?
Yeah, but they live in the States. Do you not remember that
Well, they're not
episode of
anymore,
Only
they're
Dead?
dead. Yeah.
Do you remember, Del Boy, when he's going along, how deep is your love?
And it's actually him.
All dead.
We got a fact check
You got
on
something
that.
right
You
there.
got a thumbs up on
Well
them
done.
all
Rory
being
Gibb, rest in
dead.
Mate, what you don't know about
Jesus
football, you could debate, but
Look
the
at
boy
the
knows
lineup.
the Bee Gees.
Carolina's well up for it.
Get a move on, ref. It's an Arsenal corner.
Arsenal score.
Ball
If they
in.
do, it's gonna be
Arsenal.
such a shame.
Oh!
How's nobody coming in on the far post?
I've
there?
not seen a Spurs player win
A header.
a defensive header.
I agree.
Did he just win one then?
No, he didn't win it. There's nobody challenging him. That's
right.
just a free header.
Oh, yeah, fine. He's been
Now,
fantastic.
Now, what we need to see now is a Tottenham head on this ball.
Get
And I guarantee it won't be.
Mickey van der Ven's world class waiting to happen.
Nah.
Has
Waiting
he
to
just
happen. He'll
spotted
be
the
world class.
ball for him, the daft twat?
He's trying to make him hurry up, though, isn't he? And Declan Rice obviously starts.
Here we go.
Keeper. Can the keeper claim something? Is that even allowed? Like, have we ever seen this keeper claim anything? Right,
Whip
Vicario.
it in there,
We're
you
doing it
idiot.
Every time. Back
Right,
post
Vicario,
to
where
front
are you?
post. You lot are shocking, man.
They're just
Vicario.
they're pumping it on the keeper.
Go kick, go kick, go, 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 go.
6 minutes added on, we're into him.
Get on your feet,
On
you
your
idiot!
bike.
Fucking can't stand these Arsenal players diving.
That's it.
You gotta
Second
waste
ball, that'll do.
time. You got to waste time. Your team's the best at doing that.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Killing games and wasting time.
Right, go for it.
That's-
Basuma,
I mean,
Basuma early.
I admire it. Being able to do that.
They've looked a lot better since they've had Basuma on a pitch. A bit more steel in the middle.
Sarr on it. Was it
Basuma,
Sarr and
no?
Basuma? I thought
And
Sarr came
Sarr
on.
and Basuma
Oh,
came
oh, right. Oh, here we go. Spurs. Come on then.
And they look better since they took Højbjerg off the useless long.
Yeah, useless.
He's an idiot.
Look
Come
how
on,
many,
you
look how
Lily
many
Whites.
men.
Do it
Look how
for
many,
Chick King.
Look how many.
Chick King FC. Come
look
on,
how many
baby.
Arsenal players are
I'm
back.
going to call him
Come on.
Højbjerg, Call him Hodgberg.
Come on. Do it for the cheese room.
Do you know what his name's actually? Højbjerg.
You call him Hodgberg, Adam.
His name is
I'm not going to say it
Højbjerg.
properly. Forget that, man.
Why?
It's crap.
You're going on about Cody
It's
Hackpole.
crap.
And he was wrong as well. After all
Yeah, you were
that,
spot on wrong as well.
the terrible cross, man. Straight,
Oh,
to,
these guys are shit houses, man.
straight to the keeper.
Off, man.
6 minutes, 5 minutes to go.
Nah, if Spurs don't score, I'm going to rip this room up. I'm going to honestly, I'm going to flip this desk. Oh, it's quite heavy actually. I'm going to flip it upside down.
Find
man.
another table.
Shit houses.
Find another table. It's like that great.
I'm going to put this in the
do the
wrong
chair.
bin.
Mate, yeah, do the
I'm going
chair.
to call Zalek. I'm going to put this in the wrong bin.
Do you know what? That's reminded me of a great line in Fools and Horses when Rodney finds his missus with another fella, and he's in a nightclub, and he goes, "Where's a little bloke? I want to have a fight."
We're into 6 minutes of injury time. We're close to 2 minutes up of that.
4 minutes left.
3-2.
Do something, you idiots.
Isn't it a shame that they've sort of rallied like this and it could count for nothing? Like they have to make it happen.
It says a lot that Arsenal
We've
were a
got-
lot more
we've got-
fragile.
hold on a
than-
minute.
Yeah.
If they
We've
gambled.
got a lot of comments in this chat saying Barry Gibb's still alive.
Barry Gibbs.
Barry
alive.
Gibb.
Yeah.
No, I always thought Barry was.
So not
I
only
said
do you
Robin.
not
I
only
said
did you,
Robin
no,
Gibb.
no, you said all the Gibb
someone
brothers
put
are dead.
Barry Gibb is
Staying alive.
Yeah, it's three of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one that's like a producer, but he wasn't part of the band,
Right.
I think.
You know a lot about the Bee Gees, or you don't know if they're alive or dead. Did you just make that up about the producer?
think-
There's a fourth brother. You don't know him, though. He's a producer. What a fucking ridiculous lie.
Mate, Barry Gibb's alive.
I don't care.
Not Barry Gibb, Robin Gibb.
No, but you said all the Gibbs are dead.
I think that
You said every Gibb is dead.
From the Bee Gees.
Foul. Yeah, you said there is no.
the Bee Gees.
I don't know, they're all family tree. What?
Can you stop chatting to me about the Bee
cousin?
Gees?
You're be banging on about it. Saturday
you
Night
don't-
Fever and all that.
Do you know I saw when I was in Vegas the Australian Bee Gees? I'm not even joking. There was a show in Vegas. Look it up. It's called the Australian Bee Gees. Very
That's
good.
the Turkish Michael Jackson.
It's very
in
good.
Marmaris.
If you like the Bee Gees,
But then he did that lean down thing and fell over.
very difficult. I wonder how he did that.
He puts a
Just
nail,
waiting.
a nail at the back of your shoe.
Ball in. Come on, bit of quality.
Corner.
Oh,
Corner.
these guys are melting.
We don't want Spurs to score here, lads.
Yeah, we
Do
do.
you?
Nah,
Yeah, we do. It's over.
Because then City have won the league.
Yeah.
We do.
That's life. Well
We don't
done.
want that.
That's life. Well done.
Yeah, of course.
Well done.
Buvey won
That's
that.
what.
that's
I
life.
want
That's
that.
life.
Yeah, well done.
That's
That's
what all the
life.
people
That's
say.
life.
Yeah.
You're riding high in April.
And then you're shot down in May.
That's what some people say, man. It's crazy.
That's what all the people say.
Oh,
Second
bit of
ball,
quality,
win
you
it.
fucking morons.
Is
Is he fouled there?
each other.
Is he fouled
By
there?
his own teammate.
Where's the keeper? Oh,
Oh,
God.
Here we go. Here we go.
Get rid.
Spanner.
Did well there.
That's good.
Launch it.
Come on.
2 minutes to go. 94
Tippy
on the clock.
tappy. Pump it, you idiots.
Mate, you are the old drunk in the pub, aren't you? Tippy tappy, pump it.
That's all this 4-3-3 shite. Get two up
Yeah.
front.
Come on. Get Kevin Davies on, man.
Nothing wrong with a shot either. Shoot from somewhere.
Last time I seen Kevin Davis played, he ended Gary Neville's career.
It was kid at West Brom who did that, wasn't it?
No,
Yeah.
no, that
West
was the
Brom
last
was the-
game. But I mean,
But West Brom was the one where he
basically,
really.
Who was it?
he had an injury against Bolton.
Oh, right.
And he basically
Was
never.
it
He hardly
Matthew,
ever
it was
played
Matthew,
in that.
Matthew Etherington, wasn't it? Was it?
Not for West Brom.
No, it was Matthew Etherington who ended Gary
Spurs into the
Neville's...
box. Cross. Keeper. Oh, Ray has flapped it. It's gone out to the box.
Go on, do something, you idiot.
You're
That's a foul.
shocking,
Go
mate.
off.
You're shocking. Arsenal the counter attack. Kai Havertz is away.
Show some pace,
great
you
defense
fucking
by
Havertz
moron.
fouled him there as well.
Yeah, and he's got cramp.
No, it was West Brom that ruined his career, Gary Neville.
No, but I'm on about
He was crying at the Hawthorns.
that injury. Cause I think it was,
Matty Etherington was the player where Gary Neville was like, I knew I had to retire.
It was Rob Earnshaw, wasn't it? Who was it?
It was Matthew Etherington. Gary Neville was like, I know I'm better than him, but I couldn't deal with him, and that's when I knew I had to retire.
But he didn't play for West Brom.
Who? Matthew Etherington.
no, this game was against West Brom.
No, but
though.
it was a game against West Brom where a winger for West
Hawthorns.
Brom. It wasn't Matty Etherington.
It was Matty Etherington, mate.
No, but he didn't play for West Brom.
No, but it was what you're thinking. You're
Fucking hell,
getting
I'm
it
talking about
wrong.
a game where
you're
he- no,
thinking West Brom when you actually mean Stoke.
No, but it was
You're
a
getting
game
it
where he
wrong.
got- he got
your brain is
crucified.
getting it
No, it
wrong.
was West Brom
No,
at
it
the
was,
Hawthorns.
West
it was
Brom.
Matthew Etherington.
He's a Man
no,
United
you're
fan.
getting it all wrong, Buvey.
He's a Man United fan.
It was Matty Etherington.
It's a West Brom
happened at
game.
West
No, but
he may have spoke about Matty Everton
yeah,
since,
no,
but
yeah,
but
at
he's-
West
it was
Brom.
West Brom was the one where everyone said he's gone.
Because he said to Fergie-
he's getting it wrong. It's you're saying
It was
West
Rob
Brom, but you
Earnshaw.
No, you're saying Rob Earnshaw, but you're
It was-
thinking
it was
Matthew
Robert
Etherington. In
Green.
your head, the
What's
face
his
that
name?
you're seeing.
Green.
In your head,
You
the
can't
face you're.
hit the first man with that, man.
You've got the keeper in there.
Go on
and
then, do something. Lily White's. Lily White's.
Great
You
shot.
guys are
Lily
shit.
Shites, more like.
It's a great shot, Lily White's. It was a very sad day when it became Sports Direct.
It was Craig McCauley that was running up the line
No,
against
no,
Gary
Matthew
Neville.
Etherington,
It was
you're
Craig McCauley for West Brom.
You're getting it all wrong. Shit cross.
Gary Neville lost a foot race to Craig
over.
McCauley.
Arsenal have won 3-2. The
They're
title
hugging.
race is still on.
Tottenham, you idiots. Tottenham, you idiots, is all I can say.
If they'd applied a little bit more pressure, Arsenal have been
They
fantastic.
picked the wrong team. They got Basuma on the bench. They got Sarr on the
Exactly.
bench.
They got nothing else to
Postecoglou
fight for.
attacking.
Højbjerg, who runs around like he's got a fridge on his back.
They've got nothing else to fight for. Yes, these lads clearly aren't fully fit. Why not start? They've got nothing else going on in your lives.
Ludicrous.
You're nearly on the beach. You're not going to get top four. You bottled that, you idiots. You've got a cheese room. Play your best fucking players.
Yeah, Aston Villa have now moved a point further away from them. They're just idiots,
They're
man. They were
twats.
never going to do this.
They put holes in the bottom of their glasses instead of starting the best midfielder, well, both of them for this season.
Yeah, and they've now allowed their biggest rival. They've now allowed their biggest rival to get one step closer to the Premier League title. Tottenham had
Kenny
every
said,
opportunity.
swallow that, Buvey.
Should we talk about the game? I'd love to get your thoughts on it. Obviously, it's 3-2 to Arsenal. It's a huge away win. Let's talk about how it started for Arsenal. Absolutely fantastic in the first
I thought
half.
it was a
weren't
great game of football. I think, when we talk about the North London derby, for me as a neutral, as I usually am when these games come about, I think they are some of the best games to watch in the Premier League, and it showed that again. Obviously, Arsenal won the first half, and it was so comfortable for them. And I just thought they dragged Spurs into a game that Spurs didn't want to be in, and by that, I think mentally, Spurs were lost this game mentally because they were getting rattled. They were rolling around for free kicks, trying to win this, that, and the other, and they weren't focusing on playing the game. And Arsenal were, and they battered them for it. 3-0. You can look at some individual errors in there, but 3-0 down at half time.
Yeah.
Against a team that you're trying to stop winning the league. It's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, it was. Should we go through the goals? Obviously, Saka scored an unbelievable opportunity. And we were saying
Was that
about
the second goal, wasn't it?
That was the second goal. What was the first goal? Remind me.
First goal was the corner that went
Oh,
in.
the corner.
Yeah,
that
the
came
Højbjerg
out.
header.
Højbjerg.
Yeah, so that was shocking. But we said it at the start of this.
But Højbjerg was shocking.
We said it previously because Spurs defensively have been so poor. The corner didn't even beat the first man. He's flicking it in his own net. But the second goal was where it killed the game, didn't it? It killed the steam out of Tottenham. Ben Davies left completely exposed to run, trying to chase Bukayo Saka. And Saka turns it inside and out.
The non-penalty decision just before Saka's goal. Because Trossard runs across the player. I don't think he intentionally puts a tackle in.
It's Kulusevski, isn't it? Kulusevski has his ankle clipped, definitely. Whether you think it's a penalty is up for debate. But he definitely has his ankle clipped. I think you could suggest that Kulusevski could have stayed on his feet and opted into going down because he went down late. But ultimately, Tottenham had so many opportunities to stop that ending up in a goal. Ben Davies did nowhere near enough. It was a fantastic pass to Saka. The touch was exquisite. But Bukayo Saka desperately wants to take it on his left foot. So you have to force him onto his right.
I just don't think... I know what you're saying. You're spot on. But you can see Ben Davies trying to do that. I just don't think he's got the minerals to be doing it.
No, but he allowed him to
Udogie
cut
gets
in.
there, and maybe they're a bit unfortunate with his injury
No, but
for the game.
Do you know what I think we need to do? There's two things that coexist here, and I think it's really important that we give both of them some life.
Yeah.
When we're discussing this game, two things need oxygen. Firstly, Arsenal's brilliance, okay? We have to acknowledge that Arsenal went 3-0 up away from home on the pursuit for the title at White Hart Lane. Like in terms of can you win the league? Are you champions? Are you championship material? The answer is a resounding yes. To go to Tottenham and go 3-0 up, like that is proper. That is proper. That away end was in raptures. And that is what teams do when they're going to go and win the league. I remember Chelsea going to Tottenham and battering them. I remember Man City going to Manchester United and battering them. I remember Manchester United going to Arsenal and battering them.
But
that's what you do when you win the league.
Spurs
and that is why Arsenal are capable. But Tottenham, we also have to give up. So I've said the oxygen that we will give in this review is there for Arsenal, and we should focus on why they were so good. But bloody hell, Tottenham.
Yeah, they played into Arsenal's hands.
God, Arsenal looked uncharacteristically shaky at the back, and still they don't drop points. Like Tottenham were all over the place, and I think Ange Postecoglou should hang his head in shame for the way that his team.
If you're a top-level manager, you understand the weight of the North London derby. You're always going to get chances, even if Spurs are 18th in the league. You're always going to get chances to nick something against Arsenal. Why not keep your side in it until the final 30 minutes of the game?
Think if your manager's coming out every week going, "We're only going to play one way," then you're kind of like just giving your insight to your tactics for the. Where's the difference? Where's
the shock factor?
I completely agree. Like I'm sure, and if you think of all of the words that you can use for a good manager, one of them has to be pragmatic. You have to be pragmatic. You have to look at the opposition and deduce where the threat lies and work out how to nullify it. You can't just simply go, "We are the Tottenham and we play this way, and I don't care what you do. I don't care who you are. I don't care who plays for you. This is our principle and this is how we play." Yeah, cool. That's how you end up getting battered.
If you're Brighton, but if you're Spurs genuinely chasing, Aston Villa have dropped points to Chelsea. They could have lost the game. You're still chasing top four. Top five is not Champions League football anymore. There's a genuine ambition there to win something this season, which is, a successful season, getting into the Champions League. And you're so naive defensively.
If they win today, Villa are there for the taking. If they win today, if they
games in hand.
Yeah, if they win today, Villa are there for the taking. And the fact that they capitulated. Look, I think that what we have, because of the way Tottenham played, there's a sort of illusion that the game was competitive because the scoreline suggests that the game was competitive. But watching that game, I was about to say Arsenal fans would have never felt like the 3 points were in jeopardy, but maybe Arsenal fans would, because as a football fan, when you're so desperate, you start getting scared. But from our perspective, watching it without really having a dog in a fight,
it was hope more than expectation.
Arsenal were always winning the game. They were always on course for the 3 points. They were never going to drop it. And, Tottenham sort of rallied. Arsenal made an error. And that's why the game became a contest. The reason it became a contest was nothing to do with the brilliance of Maddison, nothing to do with the brilliance of Postecoglou on the sideline, nothing to do with the brilliance of heung-min Son. The reason that the game became a bit of a contest, or at least an illusionary contest, for the last half an hour was because David Raya decided to think that he's suddenly turned into like Beckenbauer trying to like...
I also think today, when you look at Spurs' best players, your Maddison, Sons, etc. No, I think Arsenal battered them out of the game in terms of just took them off their game. Arsenal were winning everything, pressing them, causing them problems, winning the tackles, winning 50-50s. Like everything was going their way to a point where Spurs were then just hoping to win fouls, hoping to get people booked, and they weren't no longer playing their game. And then you got to give a lot of credit to Arsenal for that. I think they played Spurs out of being comfortable at home.
They did, but Tottenham allowed it.
They gave themselves a buffer, which is a good success.
Yeah, but that's
for
from,
Arsenal.
I think that frustration for Spurs come from Arsenal kind of beating them into submission. And not just through the goals, through everything they were doing on the pitch. Spurs were trying to play things out at times, and they were just rushing them, and it was coming straight back at them.
But that's because of the way that they've set up. That's because of the personnel that's been selected. They weren't strong enough. They didn't have enough steel in the team. They didn't have enough spark in the team. And when you have players like Salah and Basuma on the bench, it begs belief that they aren't starting a North London derby like this. It doesn't make any sense to me. Højbjerg is so clearly out of his depth, whilst he was on the pitch.
And Bentancur for me. At least Højbjerg takes up positions. He's not got the speed,
look
in
at
my
his
opinion.
own goal.
But yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean?
But Bentancur for me as well. Someone's meant to get on the ball, get them playing. Shocking today.
Madison.
Vacant.
Madison
was poor as well. The whole Spurs side were poor, but it says a lot.
Spurs
that they
whole
were,
team, Son, where was he?
Son was nowhere to be found.
Where were half these guys?
It says a lot.
And on your big day at home, to stop your rivals from winning a title, you bottled it, bro. And your fans would have turned up there with an expectation that you're going to do something. And ultimately, you didn't. And Arsenal had it easy.
Yeah, it's not acceptable. But look,
hats off to them.
Arsenal did really well. There's no doubt that we have to praise Arsenal. They were magnificent. And aside from those like little errors, the game was out of sight so early in the game. And Kai Havertz are probably man of the match. Bukayo Saka maybe man of the match.
Rice for sure. Ben
Goal,
White.
yeah.
By the way,
Havertz.
listen to this. I think I'm right, but Arsenal haven't lost against one of the traditional big six this season.
Yeah,
which if you want to win the league, you kind of have
And
to
their
do
away
that.
form is, I've never seen anything like it.
Mate, their
Their
form
away
since the
form.
turn of the year. Their form since
Fulham and West Ham.
they went over Christmas. The winter break that we had. They went to Dubai, didn't they? They had that like winter sun. They never looked back. They got back. Ben White turns into like one of the best right backs in the league. He becomes like this catalyst for everything good that happens. They barely conceded a goal since then.
Yeah.
The two centre halves have been brilliant. Declan Rice barely put a foot wrong, and that spine that they have at the very back, the base of the spine, which is Raya, Gabriel, Saliba, Rice. With Ben, I'd throw Ben White into this conversation
White,
as well.
yeah.
Actually, they just haven't put a foot wrong,
No.
and that's why they've conceded the least,
has made
scored
a
the
few
most.
weird errors though.
The only one until today. The only one that I can really think of was Bayern Munich.
Yeah, the Champions League they made a few as well, which you could argue if Arsenal don't win the league, you start then to go, or like they don't win anything this season, you start to have individual errors cost us. Yeah.
There's a lot to
The
be
margins are so
massively
tight.
excited about. I think Liverpool have fallen off the boil a little bit in the last few weeks. They've got a massive transition and build to do. But this Arsenal side, whatever happens in the league, we'll talk about it on the club obviously in the next few weeks as well as we get closer to May. But this platform they've got is absolutely exceptional. I'm sorry. The side is unbelievable. This has got Jurgen Timber to come back, who's absolutely exquisite as a footballer. So even if they come second marginally, maybe as a City fan looks biased, they've got a fantastic chance to still win the league. Don't get me wrong, as we speak. But they've got a fantastic opportunity next season as well.
That I'm less certain about. I do think that they are totally capable of winning the league. And the position that they're in now, I mean, I honestly do believe that if Arsenal win every game between now and the end of the season, they will win the league. Because I think
where's the points for City drop, do you think?
Arsenal got to play
unpredictable.
for the record. Bournemouth at home, Manchester United away, and Everton at home, who are already safe now.
They'll win all those.
They'll win those three.
Man City have
Can you
got to
beat
play.
them? Can Man United beat them? No.
I don't know.
Could you take a
We
point
couldn't
off
beat
them?
Burnley yesterday.
Yeah, but
so,
you did take a point.
Smacked up by Burnley.
Forest away for City. That's tonight. Wolves at home, Fulham away, Tottenham away, and West.
That's
Yeah,
Tottenham.
I think Arsenal
Tottenham's
win
the
the
one.
league.
Tottenham's the one.
Tottenham are
We
gonna
beat
do
them a few weeks ago in the FA
Remember
Cup.
what you
but that
said
was
as well
tight.
about Tottenham.
So I said Tottenham are idiots at the beginning of this show.
Yeah.
I said Tottenham are idiots,
So
and
let
they are
Arsenal win and stop City.
give 3 points to Arsenal and take 3 points off City and gift Arsenal the league. That is what Tottenham are going to do. That is the
Imagine going into
definition of
this kind of game, Morris.
Spursism.
Imagine you're a Chelsea fan. You go into this. You've never won at the new stadium, needing to win the league.
It's fine. If I was a Man City player with the mentality that they've got,
of
it's
course.
fine.
But
You'd look at that Tottenham team today and you go, how many do you want to score today early?
yeah.
How many?
100%.
How many do you
That's the thing
fancy?
again,
Philip?
I think, when Arsenal turn up to this game today against Spurs, they have there's no surprises in store for them.
No.
Because your manager all week, well, for the 2 weeks they've not had a game, is saying, we're going to go all out. We're going to play the typical Spurs, all that bollocks. So what are you even going there expecting? You go in there expecting, right, they're going to be open. We just have to be clinical because we're going to get chances. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. There's no questions.
No, but that's
here.
what I've been saying. Like,
Yeah.
but I don't understand why people don't have this conversation about Postecoglou. I think he's a distinctly average manager because he is so one-dimensional.
But there was a period in January, he was actually trying to be defensive. Do you know that? He tried that against Man City, kept it 1-0. Very, very tight affair. He made it 2 banks of 4, very, very narrow. Why did he do that against Arsenal? Why is he opening up against Arsenal, being as open as anything?
Because, Mike, we play
Without-
this way.
without
and we
Basuma, without
and
Sarr.
And we like to play
By the way, do you know
attacking football. It's because he doesn't have the tactical nous and the ability to shake it up and change it. He literally knows how to play one
We
way.
could see
and that is why his
another-
Tottenham team get battered.
We could see a League One on goal difference here as well.
Yeah, I know. And
Potentially.
again,
if City don't lose and they draw
Well, it
again.
could have been 3-0, so it's only a 1-0 kind of goal difference.
But
Yeah,
the
they
goal
got 5
difference,
against
you
us.
got a big swing though for
no,
City to
the
win
goal.
that, right?
Arsenal
We're
have got the
scoring
goal
a few.
difference.
We're
Arsenal
scoring
have got
a
the
few.
goal difference in the bag, though, mate. Haven't they?
Yeah,
Arsenal
yeah.
got the goal difference in the bag, Booth. There's no coming back from that in the amount of games you've got.
yeah,
Mate, unless
fine,
you
fine.
put 8 on Forest.
It's
fine, yeah.
57 for Arsenal and 48 for City.
9.
With 2 games in hand. Actually, with 2 games in hand,
Yeah.
pretty similar,
I
isn't
don't know.
it?
9 in 2 games.
But if City score 4 today,
Yeah,
9
yeah,
and 7
which is
games.
possible,
The 6 games, yeah.
do you know what I mean?
No, but 2 additional games because presumably they're going to score more goals.
Yeah.
They just battered Brighton for 4 as well.
Yeah, we've been smashing sides.
Yeah.
Villa as well, we smashed.
I think Spurs win the league for Arsenal this year.
So do
You
I.
know?
I've been saying it for ages.
The only
Do you know what? People like to TikTok me when I get things wrong. But I know I've been getting a lot right lately and nobody cares.
But
Someone
Tottenham.
put me on TikTok for
The
that.
only thing I hope that people watching this don't think that we're not being massively praising of this Arsenal side.
No, we've done that.
At
though.
least
We've
giving them a
spent 10
buffer.
minutes
But I
doing
don't even
No,
think
but I'm
Arsenal
just,
have to
I
be
still
their
think
best version
it's
of
Spurs
Arsenal
heavy.
today.
It's Spurs. Of course, Arsenal are going to beat them in this
Do you
game.
think
I said
Arsenal
it
have to
pre.
be
I said it
their
pre-game.
best? version today.
Arsenal were a bit shambolic at times.
There were
Very
points they weren't.
uncharacteristic errors.
They weren't.
Very uncharacteristic errors from Arsenal. But
Yeah.
they made it so easy by gifting Kai Havertz a free header in the box. They made it so easy by Højbjerg. Wicked, bang, wallop, have that into his own net, the donkey.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
crazy.
It is shambolic. It really is. So there we have it. Over to City, eh? That's what's happening now. They've done what they had to do. Over to you.
By the way,
Quick
you
score
know,
prediction
if
for the
Arsenal
Nottingham
don't win the
Forest.
league,
2-0,
it must be
2-0
so
City.
demoralising, man.
What
Because we've not been in a title race with this City. Do you know what I mean? You know, the City, like in the last couple of years. It must be so demoralising to be near on perfect and not win the league. Like, it's mental how far it's gone. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Super 6 for sponsoring us. Of course, we'll be back in the studio for the next stream, so we do apologise that we weren't there today. But we're in Monte Carlo, baby. Of course, make sure you're following us on Twitter, Instagram, and of course, subscribe. For now, though,